Last time on Dungeons and Dragons, our party entered into the first room where we met the Demigorgon with some very deft teamwork and sharp attacks. We made short work of the Demigorgon, a creature we thought was going to be a bit more than we could chew, but we chewed him up. We then ended up meeting in a cage on the second floor our new party member, Laverna, the tiefling rogue thief, who was trapped in a cage with a creature. I'm trying to recall the name.
Displacer beast.
Displacer beast, yes. There was one in the cage, which turned out not to be true. It was pulling the old bait and switch on us. And we began a battle with that creature where it called out in terror and had two more creatures join it. We realized that we were in some major trouble. So just due to some amazing moves by all of you, we were able to defeat the three. But the real key moment was seeing Bardrin tackle one like John Cena. John Cena! And he just straight smashes that beastie into the other beasties. And in doing so, gave the old struggle snuggle to one and stared it down and said, "You my new friend, George." And we dispatched the other one, and now we've taken a nice rest. Hesa has popped up her lovely fortune-telling home, and her and Laverna are in there now, having a moment while the rest of us rest and recoup.
Wow.
Did I miss anything?
I don't think so.
Was that good, Rissa, or are you just sitting there shaking your head at me?
My mic was on mute. My bad.
Oh, okay.
Feel
I'm
like,
like, oh no.
I guess I didn't do a good enough job.
I said a lot there.
She's just sitting here like, that was absolutely wrong.
Terrible.
You have failed.
Were you even paying attention?
No, that was really good. I don't really think that you missed anything. You hit a lot of like key components, and the fact that like you guys met Laverna being tormented by the displacer beast, and she was trapped inside of a cage and everything. And I like the struggle snuggle between Bardrin and one of the displacer beasts, and he indeed tamed it, and now he's got a displacer beast as a pet companion? Question mark.
Maybe a
I don't
little bit of both.
Barjan, I'll kind of let you decide on that. Like, if you want to like kind of use it as like if you would like a beast companion, like if you were a like a beast master, I'd be okay with that. I just don't know how to like create like custom stuff in D&D Beyond, because I would like to have it like level up with you and as like we go on, but like I said, I don't know how to do that.
Okay, I mean, I'm cool with whatever. Yeah, like I would like to use it in battle, maybe.
Yeah, definitely. I'm totally fine with that. Right now, just kind of go off of its off of just like the stat block off of D&D 5e, and then like as you guys level up, we'll kind of figure that out. Maybe you'll just have to like write down some stats for it, and I'll have you like roll to see like if HP increases or stuff like that. You know, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out as we go along. But for right now, if you want to use them in battle, just use the normal D&D 5e stat block.
And just be on the same turn or after me.
Yeah, just on the same term. We'll just kind of treat it like a beast companion if you're a beast master, because they take their turn on your initiative as well. But I'll say that like if you're going to use him in battle, like he needs to be like present at the beginning of the battle, not like halfway through. Just like, oh, I'm gonna bring him in, and we'll say that like even though like if you start him in battle. Instead of like having his turn take like your action, I'll allow you to use his turn as a bonus action instead.
Okay.
That's cool.
So I'll just
honestly,
like use my bonus action to have him attack.
Right. And like in all honesty, that's
Gotcha.
kind of how Colton's been doing it with like me and Jeffrey. So that's just kind of what I'm used to. And I'm like, that's fine. Because I've read over and over on how the Beast Companions like work, and I'm like, that seems counterproductive.
Gotcha.
So the way that
Yeah,
Colton's
it's
been
like
doing
you
it,
have to. I think you have to use your action to do something with it.
yeah, it
Yeah,
takes
it makes no
your
sense
action to
when
use them.
I've noticed that because it's like wizards, familiar, and all that don't work that way. But you train all these years, and yours does. Like, anyways, yeah, I got
Yeah.
you.
So we'll just kind of do it like that. Okay, so where we're starting off as, you guys are still on that second level where you just finished the dispatch the displacer piece, and all of the camping gear kind of just miraculously appeared. Some of you set up the tents that were in there. You'll find that like there's basically everything you needed for the night. There's a little bit of firewood in there if you guys want to start a little fire and sit around it. You found some rations and like things that you can cook, and a couple bottles of like water and stuff, so you can rehydrate and take care of yourself, because of course this place provides. As Heisa set up her tent for her little Papa castle, and um, Laverna, you were gonna move, like, so as everybody's like setting up, I know that she wanted to have an RP session with you um, over the night. So would you have gone over to her tent to kind of see what her little fortune telling gig is?
I'm all about it. I'm absolutely over there.
Yeah, like she's totally like patting her hand and she's like pulling her in, even though she's so small.
All right, and you make your way over there, Laverna, and you see her little setup there, and it looks absolutely beautiful. All of the, like, little knickknacks and stuff that she has. And we're gonna go ahead and start the session off with you guys, and I'll let you take it away.
Perfect. Yes, yes, come in, come in. It's a perfect vibe. All the knickknacks all for sale. Come, 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 come. Fortune, fortune.
Sorry. Laverna walks over to her and like gives her a very soft smile. There's definitely a look in Laverna's eyes that like she's weary, but she's still interested.
Oh, you must not tense it up. Let me help you. Let me help you. She gets a glass and she pours a glowing purple liquid into a cup before she kind of stirs the cup with her soft paws. Uh, this is my homemade gypsy wine. Here, here, here. Have a sip. Have a sip. Come, come, come. As she kind of walks over to her table in the back room and kind of leaps up on her chair, her struggling a little bit as her back paws are kicking the air as she gets herself up on the chair.
Laverna like looks down at this drink and is like kind of concerned, but like follows her anyways and goes and sits down before like she softly was like, "Thank you," like more confused by it.
You are welcome on the house. I don't do that very often, but I can just sense a perfect vibe from you. She kind of waves her hand a few times as the crystal ball kind of floats down onto the table. Shall we start?
Well, I guess I am ready if you are.
Oh, perfect. I am going to, let me see here. Got so many tabs open. Characters. Sorry. But I had her open. Okay. So, I'm gonna use my minor illusions to start making, like, creating like a fog, kind of floating around, and I'm also gonna cast dancing lights to create floating crystal balls around us of different colors as she's gently rubbing the crystal ball in front of her.
Laverne is just kind of watching all this go down, and she's just slowly becoming mesmerized by all the different things, never really seeing spells like this.
Yes, yes. Strong, strong. And she gently pushes the giant, well, to her it's big, but the crystal ball a little closer to you. Put your hands on the crystal ball and we can begin.
She placed her hands on the ball, listening to her, just kind of studying her as she did her work.
Oh, perfect. Okay, perfect. So I'm going to cast Detect Thoughts at level 4.
Do it.
Um, so she has to, let me see here. Where's it at? So what level does this start at? Is it level 2? Level 2. Okay, so 15, 17, 19. All right, you need to roll a wisdom saving throw of a 19, please. Unless you just let it happen.
You said wisdom?
Yes.
I'm trying to find it. I'm so sorry.
Hey, you're okay. If you go, so on your character sheet, on the left-hand side, it says saving throw modifiers. On the left corner, right below strength and dexterity.
Oh, okay. I think I did it. I don't know.
Let me see. Yes. Whew, I got nervous. Okay, so since I casted that so strongly, what is like been currently on her mind? Like, what's currently on her mind right now?
She's trying to decide whether or not she wants to trust you as a group, like every one of you, just because in reality she has been here so much longer, and she hasn't really brought up why to the group. But
Okay.
for her character, she's been in these different rooms for a long while, which would be odd because as far as she knows, you guys are on level 30 with her. She thinks
Okay.
that you guys have already came this far and is kind of curious on how you did it, where she's been just raking through slowly over these past couple weeks, and you guys like beat her up here within that amount of time. So she's been trying to figure out how you did that, not knowing what floor you're actually on.
Okay. Okay. Oh, I can sense an unease of trust. Being in a dangerous place and meeting new people, darling, is a perfect vibe to have. Oh, but there's feelings. Maybe of anger. Maybe you have a little bit of a confusion mixed with it. Oh. What is like her dream? Like what is like her biggest goal right now?
To make it through the rooms to um I can't remember what the reward is at the end. Is it just, wasn't it a wish?
Hold, please.
I can't remember what it was.
Vega.
Okay.
Meet me in DM's special dungeon real quick.
I caused something. Oh, I should probably join the stream.
Yeah, maybe. God.
Do you have like any with the sound effects? Is there any type of like whooshing and stuff like that?
Whoosh, 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 whoosh.
Let's see. I think there is. How about this?
No.
Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh.
I've got Steam. Let's see.
Yes. I think so. What's Shimmer. Yeah, could you have that can you loop that while I do this roleplay with her?
Yeah.
That'd be cool. Thank you.
Would you like it like every 30 seconds?
How about every like 10 to 15?
Okay, you got it.
Cool thing, thank you. Yeah, that's a good tone.
I definitely need to. I'm gonna use that for my campaign or something.
Yeah, it's cool.
Right? I was like, this thing is amazing. How do I get it to loop there, though? It'll do it there, but it won't do it there.
Ooh, I like that. Yeah.
Right?
That's a good feel for fortune telling. That's cool.
Well, except for making that like drip in the back, I think get rid of that.
Get rid of that.
Yeah, I would agree.
Yeah, because we're not in like a wet dungeon. Yeah,
True.
this is very much ominous background fortune telling.
Yeah, good eye,
There's
good
no-
eye.
There's not drips going on, you know. There's not like a waterfall.
Let's see.
And what does the little sliders do? Does that increase how much loud it is?
Yeah, I think it increases the volume, and then some of them you can choose to like repeat from like 10 seconds up to every 30 minutes, and then other
Huh.
ones are a constant, just looped.
Turn the fire down some, and I think you got it.
How's that?
Oh yeah, just a tad more. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
That's good. Yeah, that's solid.
Solid D&D shit right there.
Right.
So everybody's grounded.
Yes.
Well, I mean, we already knew that, so.
But you guys can pick up where you left off.
Oh, perfect. So yeah, so what's your goal right now? Like, what's your goal right now? What's your biggest goal?
Verita's goal is, of course, to make it to the end. So what her dream is and her goal to get finished if she can get out of here, is she wants to ask to be wealthy, because she wants to go. The reason, like I said, she didn't mean to come to this town. She didn't mean to get stuck here, but she wants the money to help save her dog that's back home.
Oh, okay. Oh, what do we see here? Is that the shimmering gold of coin in your future? She keeps kind of rubbing the ball. Oh, she kind of looks up at you to see what your reaction so far is.
She's very shocked, like surprised that you know all of this, as she's just kind of sitting there very baffled and confused.
Oh, you need to get out so you can. What was that? What is that? Some kind of bear? No. Oh, it's a dog. Oh. You have a sweet dog waiting for you after you get out of here.
She kind of looks at you, almost like, in a way, it looks like if she could start crying, just even hearing you bring it up.
She looks at you. Some sweat marks kind of go down, and her head's like, I'm losing her. She starts to rub the ball. I definitely see your furry companion and lots of gold around you. Your fortune is fortune. Meow.
Are you sure? I have to be able to get out of here.
Yes. And she kind of looks at the orb as her dancing light orbs start kind of floating around, going a little faster. She goes, let me see here. She goes, yes, indeed. As long as you stay with this group, you getting out is 100% plausible, meow. I'm gonna roll persuasion.
Roll that persuasion.
And
Roll that clickety clackety.
it is.
What's a good thing to contest against persuasion? Well, can she contest against persuasion?
Insight.
Insight?
I had
Yeah.
advantage, and I got a 17.
Insight, yeah. You're like reading into the person to see if they're lying or trying to deceive you. So insight.
Okay, Laverna, make an insight check.
Okay.
I'm assuming that insight check probably has to beat.
Yeah, it's got to beat it.
Yep,
I
nope.
don't know what
Sorry.
it is. I just keep getting 15s.
Close.
Was close. So Laverna, you're the as far as you can tell, like that she seems pretty persuasive. Like you have this inkling feeling that your best course of action is to stay with the party.
She nods and approves of like what she had said. As she still seemed a little weary, just almost seems like as a shyness of just being around new people. But she smiles and just gives her a really happy nod.
Oh, meow. So happy.
Okay.
She-
Anything?
Oh, my bad. You go for it.
No, I was gonna ask if there's anything else that you guys were wanted to talk about while you had this moment.
Not
After,
that I can think of. Unless she had more questions.
yeah, after she says that, she goes, and since this is your first time seeing me, I will gladly give you a discount on some of my gypsy wine. I made it myself. Normally, I would charge 8 gold, but for you, since I'm not charging you for the fortune, 4 gold a bottle.
She takes her cup that she hasn't really drank out of yet and immediately starts tasting it, and it is just fascinated with the taste. And she will buy 2 bottles.
Perfect. Did I roll like an 18 on that brew, DM, when I made that stuff?
That current batch, yeah, it was a high roll.
Yes. Cool. She gladly pulls out 2 bottles. The bottles themselves are it's like a bluish clear, and on the inside is that purple glowing liquid that's just splashing around. And she gives you 2 bottles gladly.
Awesome, thank you.
No problem. You're welcome. No, you have such a perfect vibe. You are welcome to sleep in the other room if you would like, or you could rough it up with those ruffians.
I smile and say thank you, but I have a pack on me.
Understandable. Also, the bird out there, careful with that one. He one time chased an old lady for her milk. Gotta roll persuasion on that one too.
Didn't we end last session with you already succeeding on that?
But yeah, with you, she's trying to sell it again. You know what?
Yeah, you won it last time, but yeah.
And I would say, hey, so after saying that, we'll kind of get ready for bed.
Sounds good.
My fucking mic was on mute. Laverna, roll an insight check.
Oh shit, okay.
I'm almost sitting here talking, and Ice is just talking over me, and I'm like, oh, okay.
9.
Yes.
Yeah, you buy this story. You 100%
Okay.
full-heartedly believe it.
Alright, I believe it.
That poor old lady.
Okay, Laverna, as you um get up from the table and you take your bottle of wine and you thank Heisa for an awesome experience. Um, where are you going to go from here? Are you gonna like return to where everybody else is, setting up camp and set up your own little camp there? What are you gonna which direction are you gonna go?
I'll go near them, but I'm like an weird size gap away from them where I'm still close, but I'm not exactly like stupid far away either.
Right. So kind of like I'm a part of the group, I just don't want to touch you.
Yeah.
Okay. Everybody everybody else, what are you guys doing? Well, I'm gonna start with the way that it appears to me at Discord. So let's start with Ahti. What are you doing?
If I recall correctly, I took first watch with Eric.
Yeah, I took first watch with him.
Right. Was it so would it, I think if I remember correctly, it was Ahti and Barjan that decided to do first watch, and is that right?
That sounds
I think so.
You think so? Okay. Um then let's start with instead, and then we'll come back to you two in a second. Um did you well actually no, we're gonna stay on you guys for just a second. Did you guys like help like set up camp? Like did you set up like a fire for you to sit around for your first watch? Like what what's the beginning stages to you guys getting ready for that watch and how you're helping with camp?
Barjan would definitely set his bedroll away from the others, just because, in his mind he's not used to these people yet. So he sets his camp up with his new companion, killer cat, away
Juno.
from everyone else, Juno, and then he'll help like make a fire and stuff. But he'll probably spend most of it just kind of like teaching Juno and trying to train her.
Okay. Okay. Juno is that what you named the displacer?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm gonna make a note of that real quick. Juno. And Ahti, like what have you kind of done to in the beginning of like setting up camp and like setting out your stuff, preparing to take the first watch with Barjan?
I assume he would have helped set up the tents and stuff, got his bedroll set away. Um, Once the fire was going and everything, he would have set up to start uh, drawing out the dungeons that we've gone through so far, basically adding to his map of the different levels that we've gone through already.
Oh, that's neat. Okay. Eric, what have you been doing while Laverna was over at Heisa's and everybody else is kind of starting to like set up camp and stuff? Eric, are you with us?
Oh, sorry. I was zoned. God. So basically, at this moment, we're still in the cavern or room in the dungeon, correct?
Right, you're still in the dungeon where the displacer beasts were and where you found Laverna at.
Is there anything that would look like debris, cloth, leaves, branches, anything like broken up stones?
You can't really see anything that's like just kind of like laying around. It seems like a really well built room. Um, and as far as you can tell, with like all of the supplies that you were provided with for the night, you have like everything that you would need for like a standard camp night.
Okay.
But as far as like debris or sticks or anything, there may be a couple of like loose stones from the floor where Barjan tackled the two, but other than that, there's really nothing like useful that you can find.
Okay. Has anyone built a fire yet?
I
That's
did.
No,
Okay.
Bardrin
That's
did.
right, Bardrin did. Okay, so Eric, after hearing the conversation with Hassa and our new tiefling friend, he wanders off, muttering to himself, going, "I don't even like milk, brother." He then wanders over near the fire and kind of kicks a little bit of the rubble off into the side, maybe close to a corner, but somewhat kind of still near the fire, and proceeds to unroll his pack in a makeshift kind of nest. He lays down in it and is just staring at it off into the darkness, talking to some unseen person. "Brother, these people, they're a good group, but I don't know. What will happen? Will we get out of here, brother? Yeah, I know. I've got to stay vigilant, but I've got to know if we're gonna make it. Are these people gonna live a peaceful life, or are we all gonna die down here?" Everyone kind of just, huh? So yeah, I'm laying down.
Okay, and Zuki, what are you doing?
I'm gonna be setting up camp as well and pretty much taking it easy and relaxing.
Okay, just give me like 5 seconds. I'm reading something right here.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Sorry, I was trying to decide what I was gonna do next. Okay. So with everybody kind of in their own places, Ahti and Bardrin, you take your first watch while the night kind of fizzles down. Everybody gets into their respected bedrolls or their respected tents and start to wind down for the night. Are you guys gonna be interacting with each other? Are you gonna be sitting around like the fire? What are you guys doing on your first watch together?
Like I said, Ati would be using his cartography skills to kind of document where we've been so far throughout the different levels of the dungeon. I think Bardrin was training Juno, if I wasn't mistaken. I didn't have anything else aside from that for Ati, though.
Yeah, Bardrin's focused on Juno. Like he wouldn't be like he tries to keep awareness of surroundings, but he's definitely more focused on training.
Okay. And as your night kind of carries on, it seems to be actually. Can both of you make me a perception check?
$12.
I got an 8. He's definitely too focused on training.
Okay. So, Bardrin, you may not like really notice a whole like lot going on through the night because you are focused on Juno. He seems to be taking most of your attention. Ati, it seems really quiet in here. Like eerily quiet, unnaturally quiet. Um and you can't help but as you're sitting there listening to the silence, it almost sounds as if you can hear like a whisper. And you kind of look around and it's just you and Bardrin. Nobody else is in this dungeon with you. In fact, you look over at Bardrin and you see him doing his things with Juno. Seems like it's going pretty well over there. And you can kind of hear it again, but you can't quite make it out. The way that you're interpreting it now is just kind of like a breath is what you hear, like a muffled breath. Will you specifically make me a either perception or insight?
23.
And as you start to put more of your focus on trying to hear whatever this voice is that you're hearing, as you bring your breathing down to just like barely even breaths, as you're trying to make as little noise as possible to make it out, you hear something whisper in your ear, the mist. And then as the rest of the night goes on, you don't hear it again. As your watch continues, that's really the only thing that made note. It seems odd that in this deep, dark place, not even really knowing where you're at, that something would be able to whisper that to you. As your watch comes to an end, did anybody else want to take up second watch to finish out the night?
Hesa would have called in Haas into her instant house, locked it, and passed the fuck out.
Of course you would.
Zuki would probably take second watch.
Eric will also take second watch.
Okay. As you guys start to wake up and stretch, rub the sleep out of your eyes, and kind of groggily drag yourselves out of the tent to let them know, like, hey, we'll take over for tonight if you guys want to get some sleep. Are Ahti and Barjing, do you want to like protest this at all? Do any of you want to stay up? Like, I'll give you that option.
I'm good.
T would pass that he had heard some sort of eerie message. He would articulate that he's not sure whether or not it was real or not, but kind of to make sure they're on guard that they may hear something as well. But he doesn't have a whole lot of context to what it means or where it came from.
Okay, thank you. We'll keep an eye out and stuff keep an ear out for any other strange things happening.
As you guys move out into the camp area to take place for your second watch, you can't help but notice either that it seems pretty quiet. No dripping, no sounds that you may be used to hearing. Not even like the sound of air moving. It's just quiet. As your watch kind of continues on, I want you two to do the same and make either a perception or an insight check.
Sweet. 24.
I got it. Wow, nice check. I got a 14.
I hear everything.
Right? Cat senses alert.
Okay.
The help and stuff from before definitely helped. But like I was already alert.
Okay. So, Ark, And Zuki, as you're both sitting around the fire, just kind of chit-chatting, trying to pass the time away, it becomes apparent that you can't. What the crap is that? Get off my screen. Nobody wants you. Go. Thank you.
We're a parent of what's on his screen.
We see
What is a screen, good sir?
What is a screen?
you see
That
the
pen look on the
Beyonder.
screen.
Sir, this is a Wendy's.
Oh my god. I'm done.
Stupid.
This is a Wendy. Okay. So as you're sitting around doing your stuff, you can kind of start to hear something off in the distance too. Ark, you're not quite sure what it is that you're hearing. You can hear what appears to be like a soft thud coming from somewhere in the room. But Zuki, you can hear this clear as day. And in fact, it's almost like a little loud for you. You can hear this super clear, as you recognize this sound as something dripping. You can recognize it because I'm sure that everybody knows what the sound of dripping liquid sounds like. You can't tell what kind of liquid it is. You can just hear it dripping somewhere off in the distance in the dark areas of this dungeon.
Zuki will
Like that.
stand up and from the I'm assuming I'm crouching down and stuff by the fire. Zuki will stand up and kind of just start peering around and trying to see if be like kind of alert and just tell Aruk silent, there's something doesn't feel right.
Zuki, what do your cat eyes tell you?
Not quite sure.
Should we wake the rest?
I would think wait just a minute. We don't want to alert them just yet for just simple dripping. I want to check something out.
Eric sits there calmly as if though he hasn't noticed anything.
Zuki will. Do I know like is it coming in at any of the corners or is it any just a specific dark corner? I think you might be muted again, Rissa.
God damn it. Do that all the
I
time.
glanced over at your avatar. I'm like, I see your lips moving. I'm going to assume.
So I was also over here like feeling my PC because apparently I am working it to the max because I've never felt it get this warm.
It's very hot.
It is getting very toasty. I'm really glad that I went for liquid cooling.
It's like, you expect me to do what now?
I know, it's like instead of having me run like only like 4 applications at a time, you're forcing me to run like 5 applications plus VR chat. Are you fucking insane?
And then you want me to export VR chat into a pretty much a streaming service? I don't have enough bandwidth for this.
It's
Like,
fine. I've been needing to upgrade parts anyways. If something goes, it goes.
There's like, how young do you think I am?
Fairly young since it's barely built last year.
Oh God,
That's old.
That's all.
stupid.
Technology advances like every 6 to 8 months. It's old.
Gonna be
This
quicker
is-
than that soon.
This is true. Okay, so from where we'll say like from where you're sitting, you can tell that it's coming from like in front of you off to like the right of you.
Okay. So Zuki's gonna cautiously walk over that with my bow drawn, just
He's
to
gonna
kind of
melt.
check it out.
Okay.
And I'm pretty much letting Aruk know, like, keep an eye out just in case. If anything happens, alert everybody.
Aruk gives a slight nod and tightens his grip on his spear laying next to him.
So as you get up and you start heading in that direction, yeah, that's basically my PC right now. Jesus Christ. It's fine. She's a workhorse. She's thrown everything out. She's taken everything I've thrown at her so far. So as you head over in that direction, you can tell that you're heading in the right direction because as you slowly make your way over there, the dripping does get louder. And it gets louder, and it gets louder. Until you can no longer you can hear it, and it sounds like from where you're standing, it should be dripping directly on top of you. But you can't see anything.
Do I feel anything?
You don't feel anything, but why don't you make another insight or perception check? And we'll see what you do notice.
Damn, that one's not as good. 12.
No, I don't feel anything. I'm dead inside, sir.
Right. I'm like, please don't be like a gloopy feeling.
So as far as where you're at, you still can't feel anything, and you can still hear it clear as day. But now it's starting to sound like it's coming from above you.
Wait, so the dripping's dripping upwards?
Oh,
Like
I
on
don't
the
know.
ceiling? That's...
Are you smelling anything?
Depends on what your character does next. Are you gonna look around? Are you gonna move around?
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna be. Zuki would definitely move around and stuff. Hearing now it's no longer dripping apparently into the floor or anything. Like, kind of like walking around trying to pinpoint exactly. Um,
So, and I'll just stop making this harder than what it needs to be. As you're walking, as you kind of like start to, you don't wander too far from the area because you do notice like as you move away from it, it seems to be in that spot that you were standing. And it doesn't take you long to figure out, like, as you're standing in that spot, maybe I should look up. And as you do, you see what appears to be the best way to describe it is it kind of looks like there's, like, you're staring, as you look up, you're now staring into a mirror roughly about 10 feet above you. And
that's dripping.
as you notice, as you hear that dripping sound, as you peer into this mirror that's now above you, every time you hear the drip hit, there's a ripple in the mirror.
That is very odd.
White Rabbit begins playing in the background.
Right. I will head back over to let Aruk know and say we now have a very odd feature in, and I think we should start awaking the party.
Does he make it to Uruk?
Yeah, he makes it over there just
Okay.
fine.
Okay. I was thinking maybe it was a surprise attack.
I'd be like, gelatinous cube.
So Uruk, upon hearing this, is like, oh, what kind of manner of creature is reflective and drips? Like, no, yeah, you're right. We gotta wake the party. You go ahead and wake up Hesa and I'll wake up Bardrin and Ati, and we'll get them together. And so I run over to those two gentlemen. Wake up! Wake up! There's something happening. Zuki's found some sort of creature or gelatinous thing. Get up! Wake up!
Oh Lord, fine.
I go over to Hesa and everybody else. I'm like, knock knock. Rise and shine.
You knocked on her door.
Yep.
You then hear a loud, deep bark as you then hear a hiss and a scream. You hear some stumbling, some bottles dropping as the
I
door
chuckle.
as
And they're up.
the door creaks open. What?
Good morning, sunshine. The
Is
sun
it
is
like
hello.
Isa from Emperor's New Groove?
Oh,
What?
100%.
Yep.
100%.
But like a cute little
Cucumbers
cat.
on the eyes and everything.
It's the cute cat Isa, like at the end of the movie, but like that scene. What?
Yep.
I can see that too.
That is exactly
Oh
what it is.
Lord, the adorableness
She's
is
got-
killing me.
She has one big lime on one eye, and the other one it just looks exhausted.
Zuki proceeds to say, "Good morning, sunshine. I found a perfect mirror for you to look into."
I will fucking murder you. You are not the perfect vibe. She slams the door and starts getting ready.
Sweet.
Okay, who's waking up? Everybody, who else is all waking up?
Because I said, like, that's what I was trying to figure out. I'm like, okay, I've got Art, got Bargren, and Ati.
And then you would have
Hesa.
Laverna.
Lisa and
Laverna.
Laverna.
And isn't Laverna in? Oh, Laverna's off in her own little camp on the side. So this I would go over and wake up Laverna.
She like
I
just
would do it
pokes her
cautiously.
head. Oh, my bad.
I would do it cautiously since she's not comfortable, obviously, with others.
Nah, just go kick her tent over.
Wake up!
This is Sparta.
This is camping in a dungeon. Kick.
You know now that's canon. So Zuki, as you're walking over to get Laverna, you accidentally trip on one of the stakes, and her whole entire tent just collapses down. Laverna, how do you react to this?
She is like punching and kicking, like she's being like just panicking of like
Zuki
I'm
walks
asleep
away.
and now my tent is on top of me. So she's like crawling out of like the blanket that she like the cloth of her tent, like crawling out of it, like huffing and puffing like it weighed 1,000 pounds and it like just crushed her.
Zuki would definitely panic after stumbling and tripping and quickly stealthily walk away. Like nothing happened.
Laverna, you see Zuki just like kind of quick like shuffling away from you. Are you gonna like get up and follow him? Like what is Laverna doing?
She's just kind of looking at him like, why? What was your reason for this?
I can't believe you've done this.
Yeah, exactly. And just kind of like shuffles out of her tent, turns around and like looks at this poor collapsed tent and just like throws her hands up. Like not like that she's mad, like more of like, all right then, and then like kind of goes after him to be like, what's going on?
Kind of just stomps after him.
Yeah.
And as you all kind of join each other around the campfire, Zuki relays as to what he just stumbled upon. So you now all have the information that he just found what appears to be a mirror that is dripping on its own accord.
Just get a bucket. No. She rubs her eyes.
It is a very interesting mirror. I've never seen one before, and I don't think it was here in the room before with the displacer beasts.
And Zuki, you said it was dripping?
Yes, it was quite odd.
Yes. What kind of mirror drips? Well, friends, should we check it out or should we stay here?
I think we should check it out, but I am definitely one where I wouldn't know what type of magic this is.
I could take a look at it. She crawls her way up onto Haas's mount.
I will let the pros handle it.
Okay, who's gonna follow Haisa over to the Haisa and Zuki over to this area?
Eric will. His bird brain mind is too curious. He's gonna trottle on.
Yes, a bird with a mirror. Yes, I'm fascinated with your reflections.
He's cooing under his breath, in fact.
A T
I
would
like
follow
that.
as well.
Laverne, are you gonna follow? I'm assuming Eric is gonna follow. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if
Okay.
everybody else is gone, she's just kind of like watching everybody like just go, and so she's just kind of still confused why somebody just tore apart or kicked down her tent, but she just kind of just follows them still, like why?
And as you guys make your way over there, it's not long before you do discover what Zuki was talking about. And as you look up at this, you see what appears to be a mirror. You can indeed see your own reflections in it. And you hear that same audible drip, but you don't actually see anything dripping. But every time you hear the collision of the drip, you see a ripple in the mirror above you. What are you gonna do about this mirror?
I'm gonna roll and I'm personally gonna roll on a check.
Do it.
17. Perfect.
So, as far as you can feel, Haisa, this doesn't feel necessarily like any magic you're familiar with, but it doesn't necessarily feel evil, but more deceitful. But it doesn't register as like a form of magic that you're familiar with, so you can't necessarily pinpoint like origin or what type it is. But it feels more like it's there to be deceitful than anything else.
She's like purring and kind of scratching her chin, just looking at it. Deceitfulness is in its nature.
Deceitfulness. Um, Eric's going to go ahead and do stillness of mind. I can use an action to end an effect on myself that is causing me to be charmed or frightened.
Okay. Were you charmed or frightened at any point?
I don't know. I'm just wondering if that's the case. If we're being charmed, if it's some sort of like
Okay. So
illusion.
as you perform that spell, nothing really seems to change.
Okay. It's not like a spell slot or nothing. I'm just like, it's something that he can do as an action.
How far up is the mirror on the roof? Is it
It's not super far. It's like
10, 15 feet?
yes, and like in all honesty, like I'm pretty sure some of the taller characters would have no issue reaching up and touching it, and I'm sure most of you would have no issue reaching up and touching it if you like climbed on one another's shoulders. Like it's definitely within like arm's reach. If you really wanted to get to it, you could get to it.
Yeah. Zuki's gonna tell Aruk, like, hey, Birdbrain, use your spear and poke it. See if it's a portal of some kind, since there's obviously a ripple in the mirror. It's Solid surface.
Auric looks at Zuki and goes, I'm not using my spear, Furball, but we could throw a rock at it. I could use
Let me just summon something to touch it.
that works too.
Or, if you all can be patient, I could try, as she starts rubbing her crystal ball, contacting the other plane. Which one?
Let's try that, since the bird brain does not want to damage his precious spear.
Okay, perfect. As she, you guys see her turn around and she like pulls up like this. Wait, let me see. Okay, cool. You guys see her pull up like this half tent that's attached to the back dog's mount. So she has like a small gypsy tent with little fluffy things dangling from the entrance. And she starts to begin rubbing her crystal ball with her soft toe beans and starts to purr rhythmically. Let me see here. She'll be let me see. It takes 11 minutes for her to cast. So for 11 minutes, you guys are just gonna see her with the eyes closed, rubbing this crystal ball and purring rhythmically.
While you're doing that, I'm also going to be keeping an eye out for any other things while we're all fascinated on this mirror.
Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and say, like, go ahead and fast track that spell.
Okay. Let me just real quick do intelligence saving throw. Or I'm gonna take 66 psychic damage and I'll be insane for the whole day. So
Great.
yeah, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be fine, guys. Have some faith. Nice stat. Holy shit! Don't have faith. A 10. Can you kind of describe how she goes insane? Oh, actually, holy shit, guys! I think I just died.
Did you go to the other side?
I think I
To
just
the
I think I just fucking died. 1 second. Oh my god! No fucking way am I losing haste like this. Oh, I mean it's life. Okay, let me see here.
No. Well, I don't necessarily want that to happen.
Oh god. Okay,
The
1
brain
second.
gets sucked into the mirror, and we now have Haste as a mirror.
Oh god.
So that's kind of lorish though. Like it's like she did try to use a spell to read it, and it somehow like reflected back and hit her in the head. And she's just like, "Wow!"
Now we just have a mirror and stuff
Nope.
that's mind reading.
Yep, I took only 19 damage. So, can you kind of describe to me trying to contact a higher plane what this looks like and like what happens to me?
Okay, so you're not dead, right?
No, but close.
Close. So as you're trying to contact the other plane to get more information about this, what you see inside of your head is not exactly what you expected. You were taken someplace very dark. Like the best way that I can describe what you're seeing is like you're seeing the deepest pits of hell.
Oh, okay. Not a good vibe. Not a good vibe. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
And as to everybody else, as you're watching Haisa play with her crystal ball and just kind of like watching her eyes start to roll into the back of her head as she starts to like freak out, and she's like, no, not good, not good. How's everybody reacting to this?
Eric's like grabs her by the shoulders. Hisa, are you all right? What's happening? What do you see? What is wrong?
As you like just shake her, she's just kind of like, like.
Which he doesn't mean, but it just comes out that way. He's just like, ah.
I will say, as you're shaking her, you actually start to see blood coming out of her nose, her closed
no.
eyes, and her ears.
As the crystal ball lets you go and brings you back, and you're now faced with Arik, the giant bird, shaking the hell out of you. Vega has a lot of experience in that.
Yeah, I do.
Uh, so
you
since
see,
okay,
you see Eric before you, and I'm not gonna necessarily say that you're like insane, but you're definitely gonna have like extreme PTSD from seeing what you just saw. And like you just saw like the deepest pits of hell. You watched demons torturing other people. You saw what they would do to you if you were there. You saw the worst of the absolute worst. Like let your imagination just kind of play with that for Haisa on how she's gonna react as everything just is kind of like a PTSD trigger.
um,
And Auric is also the PTSD trigger.
stupid. She's going to her eyes are gonna like widen as they go like super tiny sharp, and she hisses, and all of her hair goes up as she's going to claw at his face just on instinct of pure fear as she's screaming.
Okay, make an attack roll for your claws, or Arc, you can let it happen if you.
For-
Auric lets it happen.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. You take oh, okay.
He's generally concerned. He's wants to know you're okay.
Yeah, no, she's screaming and just her claws come out and she's just slicing at your face like a maniac.
It looks like 4 points of damage you just suffered.
He literally just caw.
She is
So-
okay.
As all of you just watched Haisa just claw the shit out of Arik, how's everybody else reacting to this? Laverne and Zuki.
She's kind of just like off to the side, like eyes wide, just watching this poor bird. Even though she's very put off by this grandma shoving bird, she is also very concerned that he's just getting his face just annihilated by a cat.
Grandma shoving bird.
I don't know if your character's a bird, your image is a bird, so I'm sorry.
It's weird.
Okay.
It's weird.
You're good.
Zuki will go over and help his friend after seeing that happen, or the attack happen, and just kind of put his paw on his back and be like, this is why you do not put yourself in these dangers with our kind, especially the feline or female kind of our species. Do not take it to heart. We will bandage your face up and make you just as horrible as you had before.
And just as bird-like as ever.
True.
Hasa, okay.
No, you go ahead.
After Hasa like scratches his face and jumps back, she like closes the flap of her little tiny tent and like with all four feet kicks the crystal ball out of the tent as it goes flying off of Haas.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
I just saw Vega's gif.
What I miss?
Bird brain getting clawed in the face by a very scared kitty.
Were you-
Okay, well I didn't miss much then.
Were you here to discover, like, to hear about the mirror that they found?
The last thing I heard was like after we had all been waking up, and then something about a mirror. But then I wanted to make food real quick.
Okay. So Zuki shared with you what he found. All of you migrated over there, and what you see hovering above you appears to be a mirror. You can see your reflections in it, but every time that you hear the drip, you don't see the drip, but you see the ripple in the mirror. Haisa tried to use your crystal ball to connect with the other plane to try to figure out what this thing is. Failed, and now has PTSD from seeing some horrible shit.
Hasa does?
And I
Yeah.
almost died from it.
She
Oh,
almost,
good God.
she almost died from it, and while she was like touching her crystal ball, like and like bleeding from like her nose and eyes, Ark went over there to try to like snap her out of it, and when she came out of it, she just straight attacked him.
Oh, damn.
And and now she's hiding in her little tiny tent, a gypsy tent that's attached to her mount.
Did
So-
she tell us what she saw or no?
Oh no, she's been screaming, and she's still kind of screaming in
Yeah.
between sobbing.
She's basically temporarily insane.
She may never ever be able to talk about it, but she might.
It's going to take a lot of therapy, that's for sure. But as
Okay.
far as all of those events that just took place, the main thing that you are like presented with is this mirror that's hovering above you.
Real quick though, I just wanted to say that Eric is not mad at Hesa at all because he has seen what horribleness is. He has seen things that make you not want to be okay, and so he understands. He's not mad at all.
Oh,
No.
empathy! I love it.
Empathy.
Bargin's gonna stick his pinky finger in it.
Oh my god.
Nice. The direct approach.
Next time, just dip your dick in it.
Well, you know, I can live without my pinky finger.
I mean,
So,
This mirror feels just right.
I'm trying to put my.
Is there a
I'm
door?
trying to get in a good position here and put my.
No.
So, Bardrin,
Yeah.
as you reach up and you touch your pinky finger, what is going on with my hands? God damn it! What?
His pinky.
As you take your pinky finger, as you take your pinky finger and you poke it, it doesn't really feel solid. And as you poke it, you create a ripple with your pinky. What do you do next?
Well, so could he put his pink? Is it like a portal? Did his pinky kind of go through it a little?
You can feel it kind of poke through the surface of the mirror. What just happened? Oh, okay, nothing happened. I'm just dumb. You can feel it kind of poke through like the surface of the mirror. You can't really feel like you can't like make a guesstimation on if it goes anywhere. All you know is that it does disappear beneath the surface, but you're able to pull it back out pretty freely.
Gotcha.
But
Was anybody else having ideas at that time of what to do or no?
Wait, say again.
Like, was anybody else presenting ideas during this time or no?
We had talked about putting my spear in it, which I was like, no, we're not going to put my spear in it. But I thought about throwing like a rock into it. But I don't know. At this point, I'm kind of thinking it might be a portal. We might go through, but it could be an instant death too.
Okay. Bargin will walk through it.
Oh, what a brave man.
God damn it, we're gonna say this because it's above you. It's like it's hovering like above you. So what?
Jumps and has his head go through it and comes back out.
Yeah, Bargin's gonna jump into it. And if he has to, he's gonna use his displacer beast to like jump off of to get better height.
And Bargin, like as you make that leap
Yoshi.
and you feel the top half you go push through the surface and start to go through the mirror about as you get waist deep, you feel it just like suck you straight through. And
Gotcha.
spit you to the other side.
Okay, what am I seeing then?
Right now, let's go back to the other people. As you witness Bardrin just right through, what are your reactions to that? What's your guys' next move?
Zuki's just amazed that he actually jumped through it and like, what the hell?
Eric, his face puffy from scratches, and one eye a little swollen, looks up and just goes, "Broken beaks."
That's mildly unsettling.
Verita's kind of just watching all of this go down, like as he just gets sucked through the mirror, and just kind of is just even more confused of like how everything is led up. As she kind of like looks to everybody else for like, are we gonna follow him or what do we do now?
I will say Bargain definitely didn't look like he was expecting anybody to follow him if you do not want to risk your character.
Eric grabs a large stone and pulls out of his pack rope that he has, ties it around the stone, and throws it into the portal, holding the other end.
Okay, so did you say you're tying like a rope around it?
Yeah.
Okay, and how hard do you chuck it through that mirror?
Well, I happen to have a spell called Catapult that if I take any object 5 pounds or lighter, I can shoot it at a range of 60 feet.
Good God, so you're lobbing it through there.
Yeah, which I may end up hitting.
Arjun
Yeah,
going to get like
Arjun-
fucking impaled on the
Take
mirror on
him
the other
out.
end.
Arjun, I'm gonna have you do an acrobatics check. Or athletics. I'll let you choose.
Okay. 24
Yeah, you see
athletics.
like as you suck through the mirror and your feet touch the ground, which is a really weird sensation because you went through the mirror like top up, but for some reason like you landed on your feet perfectly, and it doesn't take you very long to like kind of look up in confusion, and you see this rock just come hurling through, and you quickly are able to step out of the way as it lands on the ground next to you with a pretty solid thud. Like, I'm pretty sure Bargin probably could have took the hit just fine, but it probably still would have hurt. What's
Yeah.
your reaction to that, Bargin?
Bird Pringo.
He disregards it. He's just looking around to see for danger.
So, and then Bargin, as you're looking around in this room, what you can, as far as you can tell,
Mm-hmm.
it is identical to the room that you were just in, but different. It's more well lit, and like I'll dare say, like you don't even need dark vision to see in this. Like there's enough dim light around everywhere that you can see this place pretty well. And what you what you can see in this room, the entire room is filled with treasure and chests and swords and gold and rubies and diamonds. It's all over this place. It looks like maybe possibly it was a vault. But you can also see at the very far end of this dungeon, there is indeed a staircase that goes up, familiar to the staircase that led you to the room that you were just in after you defeated the Demogorgon. Except instead of being in the middle of the room, it is on the opposite side of the room, and it looks like through all of this treasure that is just laying around you, there seems to be a pretty good walking path to it.
Now, what caused Hesa to lose such sanity by seeing what's in here? Show yourself.
Your voice echoes off into the distance, and nothing seems to call back.
He's gonna like kick some treasure around towards the staircase just to see if anything reacts.
And as you hang on,
Okay.
I'm going to make a roll because I have two scenarios for this.
That's reasonable.
Oh, okay. So, as you like kick some of this treasure around and your foot meets like a chest and it topples over and all of this gold falls out, everything that you just touched starts to shake rapidly, and then within just a blink of an eye, poop, it multiplies. And there's now an identical chest with identical spilt treasure right next to it.
Huh. That's odd.
I'm gonna pause right there with you. Let's go back to the opposite side of the mirror. Bargern's been gone for at least a good couple minutes now, and you watched Arik huck the rock through, and it seems like the rope that he tied to the rock is being held pretty taut. What are you guys gonna do now?
A T would
Eric,
follow
after
through.
throwing the rock and the time passed, he takes to the air and flies through the mirror.
Okay. Naughty, you were about to say something too.
Yeah, he was going to go through before the rock was thrown, but with the confirmation from the rock, he would definitely go through.
Okay. And one, like, both Arik and everybody else you watch, Arik and Ahti, just make their leaps and they go through the mirror. Laverne, uh, Zuki, and Haisa, what are you guys doing?
Zuki's gonna go follow his friend since he flew up through there.
And with your feline ability, you just whoop, make a quick leap and bound and you're through.
Isa is just sobbing in her tent with it closed on top of Haas's mount.
Laverna?
Laverna feels like she should probably follow them, kind of feeling guilty that she's leaving. How do you say your character's name?
Hasa?
Asa?
Yep.
Okay. Kind of feeling that she's gonna be leaving Hasa, but she at least wants to make sure everybody is at least okay before she goes back to check on her.
And Hesa, you're on top of your mount, correct?
Yeah, she's in her little tent on top of her mountain.
And he's just like a big dog, right?
He's a big fluffy boy.
Okay. So, Laverna, you're going through the mirror, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So, and
Sorry.
no, and you're fine. You make your leap, and you're bound, and you make it through the mirror just fine. And I'm gonna say that, Hesa, your mount with you riding and not really being able to like make a decision or command is gonna go ahead and just follow the rest of the party and take you through.
Oh, God, yeah, she's just hanging on and sobbing. Screaming.
Now, as all of you start to appear through, you now see Bardrin just like you see the exact same room that Bardrin is seeing. It's identical to the room that you were just in, except it is filled to the brim everywhere with just treasure. And all the way on the opposite end is a similar spiral staircase leading upwards. And you're now seeing Bardrin just staring down at this treasure that he just kicked over.
Zuki goes over and tells Bargrim, "I'm surprised you jumped. We were worried about you. Why didn't you said come back?"
Well, when in situations like this, you only move forward. And I only saw one path forward. But do not touch the treasure, it's cursed, it multiplies. If we
Very
touch
odd.
too much, I imagine we'll drown in it. I say we make our way towards the stairs. If you wish to pick up treasure, wait till at least we're near the stairs.
Very good perception. I agree.
If only we had a bag of holding, we could put it in there and just have infinite treasure forever. It would always multiply and be used.
Just keep shaking. Just keep shaking.
Yeah, you could just shake it. But anyways, I'm not one in possession of those, so let's move. I hope Hasa's doing all right.
All of you do notice that there does seem to be a pretty clear cut and direct path across the room through the treasure to the staircase. It looks as though this path is deliberate. Is it everybody's intentions to try to stay on the path? Is anybody going to
Zuki's gonna stay on the path, but also scan the treasure just to kind of check to see if there's anything that catches my eye.
Os will follow Zuki. No, sorry, Laverna. That's who he was chasing afterwards anyway. With a loud, deep roof right behind you.
I kind of glance back. Like I give the it's a wolf. Is that what you said?
No, it's a big dog. If you go
Just
to
a big dog.
is it in general chat?
It's like a mountain
I'll
like
post another.
dog.
I'll post another picture for you.
Like a
Okay.
big Burmese.
Yeah, yeah. It's a Burmese mountain dog with like the
Oh,
keg,
okay.
you know, to save people.
Yes.
It's like one of those.
A big
Okay.
group dog.
That's how I imagine it, at least.
Yeah, one second. I'll post the picture. Where is it? It's in my phone. That's why. Okay. You can keep going. I'll just.
Okay. She kind of like smiles back, glad that she came along, even though she was still very worried about Hisa. And she kind of like glances around the treasure, weary, and just kind of off put at the idea of overhearing them talking about drowning in riches, as that was something that was my goal.
Okay. So as everybody starts moving along the path, Zuki, you said that you were scanning around for anything that might catch your eye. And Laverna, I kind of feel like you might be doing the same since your goal was, you know, the whole surrounded around riches thing. Why don't the both of you make if you're in fact like anybody, if you're actively looking around at the treasure just because like your characters can't help but you know, it's all this treasure. If anybody's like actively looking to see if they spot something, make an investigation check.
While they do this, could I try to RP with Hesa?
Yeah, go right ahead.
Okay. Barjan would try to like go over to Hesa, and he's just gonna say like, "Man, I could really go for some great fortune telling and wine right now. I remember a good friend that would do that for us. I'd love to talk to her."
You just hear inside the little tent. You just hear a little bit of whimpering and sniveling.
Ah, she had the best wine, I swear. It was so good, and her fortune tellers were so sweet. I hate to hear her cry. Come on, Hesa. You can pull it together. We're here with you.
She kind of pokes her head out just a little bit. The you see like smeared blood covering her ear fur, and her fur, all her cheeks are just covered in smeared blood. Is she's just been constantly crying blood itself. I'm here. Okay, I'm here.
It's okay. We'll go nice and slow. We're here to help protect you.
She kind of nods her head, kind of like what's the word? Nods her head, kind of not shyly. Fuck it, shyly, I guess. She just nods a little bit.
Barjan will just hold out her hand. They'll just kind of like walk with her.
She'll stick her very small white glove pop out from the tent flap, probably as big as your pinky finger.
He'll just kind of slowly lead her towards the stairs, holding her paw, and that will be the end of it.
Yeah, Oz will walk right side of you since she's on top of him in her little tent.
Okay. So let's see. I have rolls from Zuki, Ahti, and Laverna. So Laverna, you don't really like as far as what you see, it's all just treasure. There's nothing really specific, except for like exactly what you're seeing. There's gold, diamonds, rubies, like shields, swords and chests of just shit. That's really all you're noticing. That's what's going through your mind is like, holy shit, look at all this treasure.
Okay.
To clarify
Zuki-
for a T, he's scanning for enemies, not specifically for any sort of type of treasure.
Okay, no, that's good to know.
Eric's doing the same thing. Just he's more interested in like seeing what type of exits or where this room goes.
Seeing Zuki's just like the thief. He's looking at the shinies.
Right.
And like Ark, as far as like finding like exit, like you can clearly see the staircase at the opposite end of the room. It's a good like like 60, 70 feet away from you. So it's like you guys have a distance to travel, like a good like couple steps to go. Like it's a big room. I'm trying to like also keep in mind of scale, and I feel like I'm failing. It's a big room. You have a minute before you get to the opposite end. But that, as far as you can see, that looks like to be the clear way out of here. That seems to be your exit to move on. But Ahti and like Zuki, as you guys are moving down the walkway, trying not to touch anything, you kind of notice that they're on both sides of the walkway. So like as you guys are moving through on each side, Zuki, you notice it going one way. Ahti, you notice it going another way. But there seems to be another clear-cut path as they divert into their respective directions. And what you can see as it comes down to in like a big like open area in this gold where there's nothing touching the floor. It just kind of like opens up. Everything seems to be deliberately pushed away from that area, and in the middle of this like circular like maybe 10-foot area on each side holds a different chest, and these kind of stand out to the both of you because that seems a little bit odd, that as everything else just seems to be kind of piled in here. There's two chests on opposite side that seem to be purposely put there and made sure to be not touched by anything.
Eric at this time hastily says, "Trust nothing," it said, "an ominous brick indeed, a true mystery."
What do you two decide to do? Do you share this information with everybody else, or do you guys want to go and investigate the chest? You can go to one together and then move to the other. Both of you can go your own direction. Like how do the two of you kind of handle this situation?
I think for Zuki, because we see both of them on opposite ends, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or are we kind of seeing that?
Yeah, like as you guys are walking, like Ahti sees it in one direction, Zuki, you see it in the opposite direction.
Oh, okay. So we wouldn't see like both paths. We would just see like one or the other, like what side we're on, right?
Right, unless you wanted to grab each other's attention and share and like make this known to everybody.
I would point out and stuff saying, "Hey, there's a path here I see, and it leads to a chest and stuff, just awkwardly placed in the center of the path, or just out by itself." Whether or not if Ahti says the same thing but in the opposite direction, that's up to him.
Yeah, T would continue on. Oh, well, that's funny. There seems to be one on this side as well. Feels like a trap to me, though. I think moving towards the stairs is still our best option.
Yes, it's very odd with this room. I agree. I don't want it to double in size.
Eric keeps walking on and says, "This place makes my feathers rustle. The air is too tight." And just keeps meandering on.
Okay. So am I under the impression that everybody's just moving on? You're going to ignore these chests?
I think pretty much Barjan's focused on Hesa, and I would say he's kind of like just left the party to head towards the stairs. This is bad vibes, as she would say.
Bad vibes.
Perfect. So, as you guys move on, the path that you're on seems to be pretty easy. Seems to be pretty direct and forward. There's enough like walking path that everybody can go single file. If you're a little bit smaller, like for example, like the two tabaxis would be able to walk next to each other just fine. But for the most part, if you need to travel single file, like you're able to do that pretty easily. As you're moving along and you're getting closer and closer to the opposite end to the staircase, Arik, will you please make a dexterity saving throw?
Or 21.
Nice.
Oh wait, no, hold on. Sorry, wrong one. That was my it's my acrobatics. Okay, 20.
As you're walking, like your talon kind of finds like a loose stone in the floor, and you trip, and it's like you're about to stumble into the treasure, but you're able to catch yourself and bring yourself back up, right? As everybody kind of like watch, and like everybody has that moment of like clenched buttholes as they're watching you. They're like, "Whoa." But you seem to correct yourself pretty easily. You guys keep walking. Hang on, I'm going to let the dice decide your fate. Really? Okay. So you guys keep walking, and you're getting closer and closer until you start to hear this rumble from behind you. As you look back, it appears that the treasure in this room has inadvertently decided to start multiplying, and multiplying quickly.
Run!
As all of you start running, make an athletics check.
Can I say I pick up the dog and just start running?
Make a strength and athletics check.
Oh my god.
God.
Eric runs and kind of tries to take flight and yells, "This isn't my fault!"
Stupid.
That would be a 12 athletics and a 15 strength.
Nice.
Okay, I'll say that you're able to pick up the dog just fine, pretty easily. And that 12, like it slows you down just a little bit, but not too much. And we'll just say that's just from like the extra weight or the awkward, not really the extra weight, but the awkwardness of carrying the dog. That also has Heisa on top of it, hiding in her little tent. Like
Barjan will just say, if I have to bear the burden of my friends, so be it.
all right, hold on, let me read over. Hatch. Keep forgetting that my desk is right there. Let me read over your guys' checks real quick. Okay, so we have Ahti at a 9, Arik at 18. Arik, you take flight pretty easily, and have found that you're able to move pretty quickly to the end. Barjan, that's Barjan. Zuki at 14. Laverna at 8. Okay. So everybody seems to be able to, like, as you guys see all of this gold multiplying quickly, and it's just coming at you like a giant wave. You all start running and moving as quickly as you can. Barjan, you pick up, crap. I keep forgetting your dog's name.
Haas.
Haas. You pick up
Haas.
Haas.
Yeah.
You pick up Haas and just haul ass with him and Hesa as quickly as you can. It's a little rough, but you're able to make it just fine as well. Same thing goes with Zuki. You're you're able to make it to the end as well. Now, Ahti and Laverna, you guys seem to be bringing up the rear. And as you're running, trying to make it to that staircase, you can hear and see as you look over your shoulders the gold multiplying faster and faster. And as it starts to get closer and push its way towards you, more of the treasure starts to find its way around your ankles as you're trudging your way through, as it starts to fill up the ground around you, and as you're trying to make your way to the staircase, as it starts to come up around your feet and your ankles first, you can feel that the treasure has the temperature as if it was glowing red hot.
Oh no.
And hang on.
I have a question.
Laverne, you're gonna take 4
Is it
burning.
considered fire?
No, because it's just hot.
It's just hot. Okay. I was just wanting to ask because I have the fire defense.
Yeah, does it specifically resist you against fire, or does it resist you against heat as well?
You have resistance to fire damage, so no. I
Okay,
didn't know
yeah,
if you just pulled that up. That's my bad.
yeah, because I'm classifying this as like burning damage. Like it's not really fire. It's like imagine like somebody just dropped like molten glass on your foot.
I was gonna say what I did to my hand when I was baking cookies.
Exactly. Laverna, the both of you, because you both rolled a 4 on a d6. So both of you take 4 burning damage. And I need to know, as this treasure seems to be piling up around you, what are your guys' next moves?
Eric tries to fly back and see if he can try to grab one of them, perhaps Laverna, and get them out of the burning treasure.
Make an athletics check.
Dun, 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 dun.
Dun, dun, dun.
Ba-da-ba, 21.
Holy crap, and you do that with ease.
Spoof.
Yeah, describe to us how you do that.
Eric hears like a small scream from behind him, and he looks back and sees the treasure just pouring like almost waves. It's rolling off, just multiplying massively. And he sees his friend screaming, and he just zips around, slight wing curved out, and just zips in for the grab. Heroic fireworks everywhere.
Hell yeah.
And Laverna, you feel as these talons just kind of come down and grab you by the shoulder and lift and swoop you just right out of this burning treasure. And even though, like, as you leave, like, you can instantly feel like your feet and your ankles start to cool down, it still hurt pretty badly. It was hot.
Right. Okay.
Ahti, what's
Kind of
your
just like wincing.
Ahti, what's your next move now that you're feeling this come up around you and the temperature that it is?
He would continue trying to run towards the stairs.
Make me another dexterity saving throw.
Dex save or athletics?
Actually, no, I'll let you do an athletics. Let's see how well you can get out of there.
20.
How the hell do you get out of there? Tell us that.
I would say, based off of his previous time in the Navy as a scout, he's used to trying to move around in austere environments deftly. So he kind of, as soon as he starts to feel like he's getting overwhelmed by the gold, he kind of like hops, skips, jumps until he gets far enough away from the gold that had piled up around him to then get to a clear path onto the way to the stairs there.
So you're just kind of like coming up and hopping along the crest of it.
Yeah,
Along
basically
the
trying
top
to
of it.
minimize how much he's touching anything until he's clear of it, because he knows the longer he's in contact with anything, the more it multiplies.
Okay.
Is it inappropriate that I imagine this happening and he's like just doing water bending moves the whole time? Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, flowing movement. Yeah, I think is pretty
Right?
accurate
Yeah,
for how I would
that's what I'm
envision this as
seeing in
well,
my
yeah.
mind's eye. Just nice.
No, I see that. I see that too. I'm just gonna, like, for sake of cool, because that is cool. Go away, because that is cool. I'm gonna say you're able to do it successfully. It is super hot, so you are still gonna take like a little bit of damage since you're still touching it, but because you're doing your best to minimize that surface level, that surface tension, you're only gonna take half damage. And luckily, I rolled a 4, so you're only gonna take 2 more burning damage from this. And you're able to find your way across as everybody kind of just watches you like surf across the top level of this burning gold. It doesn't appear to stop as you guys reach the staircase. It seems to still be multiplying, and as the level of gold keeps rising up higher and higher, and it starts to come up the staircase, do you guys want to do something about this, or do you just want to hightail it up the stairs?
Zuko would be heading up the stairs quick.
I can kind of see like your hair standing on end as like you just run up the banister.
Yep.
You're just like, "Wah!" Up.
Eric turns to Laverna and says, "Are you all right?"
She's kind of shooken up as she could like her feeling that her ankles were starting to cool down. Still feeling like that it had definitely caused damage to her skin. She just kind of like doesn't want to show that she's hurt, so she just nods and kind of turns away, like just trying to hide that it did hurt.
He acknowledges her pain and he goes, "Well, if you can continue, I'm here to help if you need anything."
Thank you, it's kindly appreciated.
And I don't even like milk. I swear.
I was told you pushed old ladies for milk. You must have some kind of connection with it.
I was raised by monks. I don't know. We never pushed down old ladies as far as I know.
As the two of you are standing on the spiral staircase talking, you can't help but notice that the gold is coming closer and closer to you.
We'd better move.
So
Sorry, my bad.
no, go ahead.
Sorry, I'm laughing way too hard at that because like the monk temple that's like up the road from me, they all like have like their robes, and I just imagine them just all ganging up on one lady.
That's pretty much was his childhood. Yep.
She's kind of panicked, and she just like realizes it's still coming and just takes off sprinting to try and make
Yep.
sure to stay ahead of it.
Nice.
So I'm gonna just assume that everybody just hightails it up the staircase, and as you guys make your way up, and you hear as the gold continues to multiply and multiply, but you hear the sound fade off into the distance as you make it up through the staircase. As you go up through the spiral staircase, like into the ceiling, as it's clearly leading up to another floor, it gets really dark. Those of you with dark vision, it is dark, and all you can really see in the dark vision is just the outline of like the staircase and the walls. There's really nothing important that you're seeing. The main thing to note as you're going up is like this kind of seems like maybe it's taken longer than what it should. It's taken longer than the last staircase that you guys went up. And with it being extremely dark, for some of you, and especially with your psyche being a little altered from playing around with the crystal ball,
Mm-hmm.
it may put you a little more on edge, as you can't, like, if you don't have dark vision, you really can't see anything in front of your face. But
I
I
have
think
dark vision.
yeah, I was gonna say, I think tabaxis do. So since you do, like, you, because you, like, you can tell that clearly it's dark, it might set you on just a little bit more edge than what you already were.
Yeah, she just goes back into her tent and clips the bottom of the flap to the mount. Like the sides of it to the side of the mount, so the flap stays shut, and she is just hiding with her crystal ball inside of her tent.
Okay. Does anybody, like, as you, it feels like it takes you a minute to get through the staircase. Anybody want to share a reaction as you're coming up through this darkness? Okay. Well, as you kind of sense that the staircase is coming to an end, it leads you up into another room. I mean, this doesn't seem surprising to anybody here. And as you get into this room, you notice that this one is a different shape. Actually, it's more like, as you enter into it, it's more shaped like a um actually, like, the room that I'm in, like, right now, just a lot, like, longer. Like this kind of like church architecture. I like how it's got the uh the sloped ceilings up. Seems to be like a pretty, move my other hand, asshole. It seems to be like pretty large in scale. It's not necessarily that, like, this room is bright, but you can now see. And as you enter into this room, that seems to be admitting, like the light that is in this room is different than the light that you've seen in the previous rooms. This light has more of a, like, blue-ish hue to it, so it seems a little bit more brighter, more unnatural. And as far as you can tell, when you enter this room, you can't see anything that is emitting this light. It just seems to be here. And as your eyes kind of adjust after being in the dark, and you're now seeing this big triangular long ways room, like I said, similar to the one I'm in, just much longer, you see rows and rows and rows and rows, and each row houses at least 4 chests per row. And these just look like your standard everyday chests. On the very end of the room appears to be a door. This looks like a normal, I don't want to say, like, wood, but I also don't want to say, like, metal either. Hard to describe, but you see this door on the opposite end. The door is closed. You can't see, like, anything past it, and this is, as far as you can tell, as you enter this room, this is what you can see. There's at least, as long as this room is, like I said, each row on either side has at least 4 chests per row, and there's at least 5 rows going up.
So it's like a big storage area.
Yeah, you can take it that way.
All right.
Or is it more like another treasure room?
You could,
Zuki's gonna investigate one of the closest chests.
Barden is gonna put down the dog, and he's just gonna say, "Hey, sir, we could really use your help."
She'll slowly just kind of come out. She's looking. Her ears are extra down, and her head's kind of down. What do you need?
Well, we're dealing with predicaments, and I'm not super keen with magic, but you seem to be. I know you're down and you've seen some terrible things, but we need you, you know?
I can try. I can try. And she kind of looks around to see what they're looking at.
and as you climb out, you see the same thing that they're looking at. All of this triangular shaped room, like I said, similar to the one that I'm sitting in right now. and you just see the 5 rows of 4 chests.
Hmm. Hmm. Can I go ahead and roll an Arcana?
Yeah, you can roll an Arcana check. And Zuki, did you say that you did want to go investigate one of the chests?
Yeah, to go investigate one of the closest chests.
I
Okay.
rolled a 10.
You roll a 10. You can't sense any magic in this room. There doesn't seem to appear to be any magic whatsoever that you can detect in this room.
Okay.
Zuki, I want you to either make a perception or an investigation check.
Mm-hmm. Alright, we're gonna go with investigation. Rolls aren't really good today. 11.
You walk over to check out one of the nearest chests, and as you get up to it, you don't really see anything odd. In fact, it looks like a normal chest to you. As you reach down to touch it to see if it'll open, the lid does not appear to budge. However, you cannot see a lock on this chest.
Dang it. I'd probably go over to check on the other chest to see if they're similar or if there is any unique markings and stuff for each chest or if they're all the same.
Okay, make another either investigation or perception check.
Okay, do another investigation.
Does anybody want to check out the chest as
second.
well?
Yeah, I think Barjan would check out a chest, and he's actually just gonna attack it with his greatsword.
Okay, so we'll just follow behind them on
Smash
top of
it with
Ost.
a hammer.
Just given his like adventuring experience, just all these damn chests, he's like, there's got to be a mimic. There's always a mimic somewhere.
Okay.
and I'm gonna say if he hits the first chest and nothing happens, he's just gonna say out loud, I'm just gonna keep swacking till I find you.
Okay. So Zuki's got a 17. Barjan, like I'm gonna table that for put a pin in that right now, Zuki, because we're gonna
Okay.
come back to this because we're gonna do this with Barjan as well. Barjan, make a freaking attack roll on that chest.
Would it
As
be
you-
advantage because it's just a chest sitting there? Or would it be an automatic hit because it's just an inanimate object?
No,
stormtroopers can't shoot the side of a barn, so
yeah, it wouldn't. It's just gonna be a normal attack.
Okay.
I have pretty confidence that you're gonna hit it.
unless he rolls badly and he hits.
Yeah, I was about to say that's a dirty 20.
Exactly. Okay, so Barjan, do me a favor.
Uh-huh.
Roll me damage on that hit. Zuki, as you, before this happens, before Barjan's sword makes contact, you go over to one of the chests, and this one does appear to be the exact same as all the others in the room. There doesn't appear to be a lock on it. However, this one opens, and as you swing the door open, or as you swing the lid to the chest open, inside of it, you see a key. The key could probably presumably be for the door that's at the opposite side of the hall. And then you hear this crash as Barjan's sword strikes one of the chests. And the chest that you just opened instantly swings closed. And it starts to hop backwards as you see
Aha!
now to appear teeth and tongues and eyes as the other ones start to wake as well. And they start to that one that was holding the key starts to jump away and start to mix around with the others, and it's hard to maintain your sight on which one that was. And Bargain, as your sword makes contact with this chest, and you see as it hits, and it kind of like smushes its face in as these angry eyes now appear and these teeth appear, and it winces and groans in pain as it quickly hops away from you, taking what was it, 13 damage?
No, +5 to that.
Oh my God.
So like 19 or 18 damage, something like that.
So, question.
Arjun's just like, I knew it! There's always mimics in dungeons, and this is no different. It's a lot of damn mimics, though.
So, question is like, how soon would like the instant between Zuki seeing the key and Bardron smashing the other chest? Would it be like almost instantaneously, or would I be able to have time to quickly try to grab a key, or
No, it
okay,
all happens at the
pretty
same
much
time.
okay?
And so as that happens, and you hear the crash of the sword hit the other mimic, the other one closes and just hops away from you and kind of mixes in with the others.
Seeing that, I would literally jump back.
Good grief. And Bargain, the mimic that you hit, like it pops backwards and mixes along with the crew. However, this one will be easy for you guys to find as it now has a freaking crack in the middle of its skull.
Oh, that narrows it down.
Yeah,
It's not that one.
I would like everybody to roll initiative, please.
Oh, no.
Yes!
Damn!
God, my rolls suck.
Boom! That's
Really,
bad
though.
for me.
That's
Okay.
a 7.
I'll call for it in a second.
I mean, I guess it makes sense. I just smacked the hell out of one, so I'm taking a second.
Right, you got like a surprise round.
Yeah.
I got 24 on a natty.
That poor mimic saw nothing. It was aware of nothing until it felt your sword
It's
go.
a monster and it deserves no less, damn it.
It's over here thinking like, oh yes, I'm gonna get it tabaxi and stuff to eat, and then all of a sudden, bam! Like, what the
It's a
hell?
mindless monster that eats and kills people for fun. It deserves no less.
Literally fun. It does like it
Is that
had
you, Dad?
Okay. So when it comes to initiative, let's start with. Oh my God. I'm fine. I'm an experienced smoker. I do this all the time. What the fuck?
Sure.
Okay. So let's do 19 to 25.
I got a 24 with a natty.
Natty.
Damn.
A T had a 20.
24.
God, my rolls have been shit today.
Oh yeah, it's not been amazing rolls over here.
Okay. Then
Oh,
let's do who's next? Let's just do then 10 to 18.
I got 17.
14.
Three.
I got a 7.
Which makes sense because Haisa is like in her tent and like, I'm recuperating.
I mean, yeah, the RP wise, that definitely makes sense.
Yeah, she's not in a good place, so I guess it works.
Yeah, Barge is trying to help, but it's gonna take some time.
Okay. Hang on, let me roll for the mimics. And the way, since there's a lot of them, I'm gonna kind of just do this in 3 separate waves. Oh, holy shit. One.
We're gonna seriously need some like AoE.
If only we had a trusted wizard. Oh wait, we do.
Crap, get out of here. I freaking dodge.
Fine, I'll leave. I'll see myself out.
It's too bad.
Set 2. And then we need. So, like I said, I'm going to do these mimics in sets of like 3 just to kind of make it just a little bit easier.
With how fucked up Hisa is physically and mentally, I'm gonna pull out all the stoppers.
Okay,
So yeah,
so
Bargin's all for it.
the way
Take it
that
out on him. Sorry.
No, you're good. I'm actually gonna like reduce the level of mimics that are in here, so I'm gonna have 3 waves of 5. And the way the initiative's gonna go is we have Arc at the top, then Ahti, and then Mimic set 1 is going to attack. Then we have Zuki, Laverna, Bardrin, Mimic set 3, Mimic set 2, and then Hysa bringing up the rear.
Yeah, this is about right.
So as all of you kind of see these mimics kind of start mixing amongst themselves, you do see in one of the sets of 5 that there is the one that Bardrin attacked. However, the one that Zuki opened, you cannot seem to locate at this present time. All of them have seemed to group off into sets of 3, and the way that they kind of hopped around. Hold on, let me pick back up my hand so you can see what the hell I'm doing with my hands. So I didn't need to move that. So they grouped off into like groups of 3, and so in this room they're kind of like all standing like in a triangle formation. So you have like group of mimics here, group of mimics here, group of mimics here, and then all of you kind of came in at the bottom of the room and then touched whatever respective mimic that you just touched, and then they all scattered into that formation. So we are going to start at the top of the round with Arik.
Arik's gonna go ahead and just launch off the ground into the air to kind of go up into the point of the room to get height, pull his bow, and take fire on the first set of the mimics.
Okay. Are you trying to hit anyone specific, or are you just kind of hitting
Whatever one is closest to us, the very first one.
Okay, no, that's fine. Go ahead and roll for an attack.
15.
1 second. I was totally perfect. That hits.
Excellent. And he's going to hit up with 12 damage.
Okay, 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. And you hit it like perfectly. How many points of damage did you say it took?
12.
12? Okay, perfect. I can do math. And you see, like, that arrow hits, and it hits true, and it hits hard. You can now see that arrow sticking out the top of the lid of that mimic as it kind of hops around with the rest of them. Do you have any other attacks that you can make?
Let's take a look.
Sometimes you can do 2 attacks per action.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, I do. I have another one. So I'm going to go ahead and to the very next mimic to the right, I'm going to go ahead and strike an arrow at him too.
Okay, go ahead and roll attack.
Oof, 16.
That hits.
With damage 6. What are you doing, Menace? Move.
You said 6.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, what am I doing? Are you attacking the same one that has the arrow sticking out of it?
No, the one next to it to the right.
Okay. I know, computer, I'm asking you to do so much right now. Goodness gracious, Lord forbid I ask you to do what you're intended to do. You said 16 damage, right? No, 6.
6.
6. Sorry. 6. And that arrow hits true, just like the other one. And that one that you just hit also has an arrow sticking atop of it.
Nice. Eric yells out, "Prepare yourselves!"
And then if that is the end of your turn, then we
Yep.
have Ahti, you are next.
All right. Maintaining distance. He's going to target the third mimic in that group that wasn't already attacked with his short bow.
Okay, so you're attacking the same set.
Same set, just not one of the two that have already been hit. It would be the third one in that group.
Awesome. Okay, go ahead
29
and
to
make
hit.
your hit. Oh my god, that hits hard.
For 8 damage.
Another mimic just gets thunks with that arrow. This one even sticks directly into an eye, and you hear it yelp with pain as it's hopping around with the other ones. This one maybe a little bit more than the other, as it's now got an arrow sticking in its eye.
And I think that is it for T. I've only got the one attack per turn, so.
Okay. Then after Ahti, we have the first mimic set. Ark, this mimic is coming after you. This appears to be the first one that you shot. And it is making an attack against you. I can't see anything. Oh, that doesn't hit. Unless a 3 hits. No, sorry. Unless 8 hits. Ark.
Haha.
Ark, you with us?
Brain?
Wait, say again.
Haha.
Hello?
Caw! Oh, God, sorry, guys.
I said, you with us still?
Yeah, sorry. I'm feeling it.
Oh, the gunny.
Oh Lord, he's feeling it.
Is it my attack?
Mm-hmm.
No, does an 8 hit?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, let's take a look. For AC, no, it does not.
Yeah, I didn't think so. That's
Oh,
fine.
God.
Hang on, let me look at this real quick. Okay, I'm just gonna say that they have one attack per thing. So the next one, the second one that you shot, is going to try to attack against you too. And I'm assuming that a 9 doesn't hit either.
No, it doesn't.
Ahti, the one that attacked you or that you attacked, is coming after you, but I'm going to assume that a 12 does not hit.
It doesn't. Just to clarify, what are they attacking with in range? Because I would be maintaining probably about an 80-foot distance because that's the range with my short bow.
Okay, then they wouldn't actually been able to hit you. So never mind on that.
Assuming there was enough room in the room that we're in for that type of range.
I didn't even think about range. So the range that it would be, the room's not like super large. I wouldn't say necessarily like 80 feet long, but if you're still like kind of standing back where you guys first came in to take action with your longbow, then you would definitely be too far away for a mimic to actually attack you.
Cool.
Not Ahti. This one then is actually coming for Zuki, since Zuki was one of the ones that opened up one of the mimic's faces,
Yay!
and that was
Faces.
an 8 to hit.
An 8 to hit? Yeah, no, that does not hit.
Didn't think so. And just for shits and giggles, since you're the closest one, the last one, I'm just gonna make another attack. Does a 17 hit?
Yes, it does. I see it coming, so uncanny dodge.
Okay, so it's I'm not going to say that you're going to be subject to the adhesive trait of the mimic, but you are going to take 1d8 plus 3 of bludgeoning damage. 1d8 plus 3 is 7 damage in total.
Okay, so that would be half that. 3, 4.
We'll go with 4.
Okay.
And then that is going to be the end of Mimic Set 1. Zuki, you are next. Laverna, you're on deck.
Okay, Zuki's gonna take his rapier after jumping back from the whole entire scatter of mimics and attack the one that just hit me.
Okay. Roll an attack.
Oh, these rolls suck. 13.
13 hits.
Sweet. For 7 damage. And then I would also use my bonus action. Let's see. Bonus action to disengage and get to the stairway.
Okay, so you're going to retreat backwards.
Yes.
Okay. And then after Zuki zooms his way out of harm's way from attacking that mimic, we have Laverna, and then Bardrin, you're on deck.
Cool.
So Laverna's gonna attack the closest one to her, but before she does that, she's just gonna, like, as all of this unfolded, she just kind of glances around the room. Fucking mimics. Before taking out her rapier and attacking the one closest to her. With, like, the angriest of anger of, like, the gods. Like, she's not about it either. She don't care for them. Not in the slightest.
They're your favorite.
No.
Make an attack roll.
12.
You swing, but as you swing at the closest mimic to you, it just kind of like hops out of the way and sticks its tongue out at you.
I want you to eat somebody, so I know, because that's the only way I know how to destroy you, is only when you have somebody.
They have hit points.
I have hit points, but my way's cooler.
They have hit points.
She's like, we need bait.
All right, Laverne, is there anything else you want to do?
I don't think I have another move. I think that's all I'm allowed to do.
I'll take a look.
Yes, I think.
The computer's like, stop making me open things. You have
Yeah,
enough.
actions attack per action 1. Is that?
Yeah.
Okay, then yeah, I only have 1.
Okay.
That's all I can do.
No bonus actions or anything?
I don't think so, no.
Okay. Bardrin, you are up, and then we have a couple of mimics. I'm gonna make it like fast track with the mimics. I'm gonna say that the only ones that are attacking are the ones that are being attacked. As far as you can kind of tell, the ones that haven't been attacked don't seem to be doing a whole lot.
Okay. Let me think about this for a second. Let's see what I can do. Okay, so are they like kind of piled up around each other, the mimics?
Yeah, so yeah, they're all like, I mean, they're all kind of like piled up around each other, and they're like hopping like around, attempting to kind of like mix themselves up constantly. The only ones that seem to be paying attention are the ones that have already been attacked, and you can tell the ones that have been attacked because they either have your blade smashed through their freaking face, or they have miscellaneous arrows sticking out of their face.
Gotcha. Okay, so Barjan's gonna jump right into like the pile of them, and he's gonna just attack the first one he sees.
Okay, that's cool. Make an attack roll. I'm not even gonna make you roll like athletics or anything because I'm gonna give you the inspiration of cool and just say that your character is doing this because I want to know what it looks like. Make an attack roll.
That's a 10.
Make an attack roll at advantage for cool.
Oh, okay. 24.
Thank you. Now, how does this look as you attack that one and give me damage?
So Barjan's gonna look at Hasa, but he knows she's probably gonna need to blow off some steam with this battle, so he's just gonna leave her side and he's gonna run and just jump right over into the pile of mimics, and the first one he sees, he's gonna just overhead swing as he comes down.
And I'll say that you find the one that you already attacked, and that's the one that you're going for.
That's 14 damage. Radiant damage, by the way.
It hits, and it hits hard. And in fact, it kind of like stuns the mimic, like he's almost like shell shocked from that hit.
Oh yeah, and I'm actually gonna go ahead and add a superiority dice to that. Can he roll a DC Wisdom saving throw for me?
So you can. What's the DC?
16. And he takes an extra D10 of damage. That's 25 damage to that mimic.
God damn.
In total.
He failed that. It took. He rolled a 15.
He now has disadvantage on attacks against anybody but me.
Okay. And what extra damage did he take from that?
10 more radiant damage.
10 more. Okay. Disadvantage. 10 more radiant. You can now tell that this mimic is hurt.
Gotcha. I'm gonna attack again. Does a 26 hit?
Slaughter.
I'm gonna assume a 26 hit if the last one hit.
Yes, a 26
That's
hit.
11 damage.
How much damage?
11.
Splinters. You have splinters.
Yeah, you are starting. You can tell that as you are attacking this mimic, you are starting to like split it open.
Okay, so it's not dead yet.
It is still standing.
I'm gonna action search.
Jesus Christ, do it.
I'm gonna attack it again. That's 25
in particular.
Barjan's a little pissed because this fucking dungeon's hurt somebody he considers a friend. This is personal now. That's fucking 13 damage.
Okay, how do you kill it?
He's just gonna keep smacking it right down the middle until it just finally is nothing but splintered wood.
Oh my god.
And then he's gonna look at another one and attack it too. Can I roll for intimidation? like the Hulk. After the when Captain America says Hulk smash, as soon as he's done with that one, he looks at the next one and smiles.
Oh no.
Yeah, sure. Roll intimidation. Let's see how this goes.
That's an 18.
Ridiculous. The one that you lock your eyes on, like it is like it all of a sudden like it has like that anime like sweat bead on his face.
Hell yeah. So is it frightened of me?
Very much so.
So do I get advantage on attacking it?
Very much so.
Okay, with my last attack, I'm gonna smack the shit out. Nat 20.
God damn.
Yeah.
That's six. That's six. 6d6 damage,
Holy shit.
and I rolled pretty decent for that. So that's 24 plus 5. That's 29 damage.
Crap.
Where's my mouse? Why can't I see my mouse? This is
I'm actually gonna use a superiority die as well on that one.
You can't see your mouse because Bardrin also broke it.
Yeah, Bargain did. I'm sorry. What? How much was that damage first?
That's 29 plus 8, 30 something damage.
So 30.
I'm
Something
trying to
damage.
think. 37 damage
In total.
in total for that one swing.
Oh, this poor mimic. It hurts. Oh, that's why it hurts.
It needs to make a wisdom DC save again.
God damn it.
Well, guys, I think we got the good dice back.
So
Unless
good.
Bardrin took them all.
You said wisdom, right?
Yeah.
That's an 11, bro.
It has it takes disadvantage on any attacks except against me. As my bonus action, since I scored a critical hit and also reduce a creature to 0 hit points, I'm going to make a bonus action weapon attack against another mimic around me.
God damn.
Okay, there's an attack. Whoa, no.
That was almost a crit. That was a 19. That was 28 the hit.
28 hits.
That's 15 damage.
I'm sorry, did you say that you were attacking a different one or the same one?
A different one.
Okay.
That's 15 damage in total.
The one mimic that you just got done wailing on is looking at about the same shape as the first one did just before you killed it. Like it's hanging on by splinters, and it's now crying because it's terrified of you. The other one is badly damaged too. You can see where you have left marks in its wood from attacking it, but it still seems like it's in the fight for this one.
Okay. I'm just gonna end my turn by saying, "Come on, hit me."
So I'll lay this card face down and end my turn. Okay. So now, Bargent, you do have a couple of mimics that are paying attention to you as they just watched you rip apart a brother.
Yeah, from another mother got him.
And that one clearly doesn't hit. I'm assuming what is your AC?
23.
Oh my god, that one doesn't hit. That one doesn't hit.
I'd like to use my reaction.
Smack!
To do what?
Murder hope.
When a creature misses you with a melee attack, you can use your reaction to expend one superior die and riposte it, making a weapon attack against it.
Do a murder. Do a murder. Do a murder.
Okay. Well, 2 had missed you so far.
Which ones?
The one that is badly damaged is trying to stay away from you. The one that you just attacked missed, and the one next to it missed.
Okay, I'm gonna hit the one I hadn't hit that just missed.
One that you had. Okay.
That's an 11.
That misses.
Finally, the DM takes a sigh of relief.
Does a
I'm
20
finally out of attacks.
does a 25 hit you, Barger?
Yes, that will finally hit me.
Okay.
Is it bad that I feel bad for the mimics?
Right? I was gonna say.
No.
I feel like I have to run over to that one chest and stuff that's literally crying, walking away. It's like, it's okay, give me your key.
Every
It's
last
okay.
one
Give
of
me your
them.
key.
You get hit with a bite, and it does 8 piercing damage to you.
Okay.
And then that is going to be the end of that mimic set. The other ones, because they haven't been, since only one mimic set has been attacked, the other ones don't really seem to be a threat right now.
Gotcha.
Haisa, it is now your turn, and then it'll be top of the round with Arik on deck.
Hi, sir. Hi, sir.
Sorry, I was talking to Aaron. Our food's about to get here.
I kind of feel bad for the mimics.
Oh yeah. So how many
The
mimics are there?
mimics.
What was that?
How many mimics are left right now?
So what you can see going on from the inside of your tent is it seems like a couple of them had done some damage and left some arrows, and then Bardrin went ape shit on the middle of them.
Yeah, he did.
Killed one, badly damaged the other, damaged another, and one is slightly hurt but not like super bad, and then there's one that is still at full health. So within that group that they were attacking and was attacking them, there are 4 mimics left. The other 2 sets still have 5 mimics each, but like I said, they don't really seem to be a threat right now because since they haven't been attacked, they don't seem to really be doing anything.
Yeah, Hesa does not care. We're surrounded. She is still pretty much scared of every fucking thing that she's about to pull out her big guns. She's gonna put her white paws on her cheeks to soak up as much blood as she could that was pouring out of her, and she's gonna like slam her paws on her orb as the blood kind of seeps in, and kind of like a lava lamp. And right as the blood as she starts to speak in abyssal, as she lifts her crystal ball up, and when she's talking in abyssal, she still sounds just terrified as a dark energy starts to form in the crystal. Everything goes black for a second, and then when the lights come back on, there is a large. Wait, how big is this room?
It's maybe a little bit bigger than the room I'm in right now.
Like in your VR?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, that should work. She basically, there's a black rock with golden runes floating. Like a large. Wait, let me see it real quick. Let me just see. I think. A large black rock with golden runes. And as the ball floats, the crystal ball floats in the air, and the dark energy seeps out in a cloud and goes into the rock. The rock crumbles apart as Hesa has summoned the Eater of Hope.
I fucking love that thing.
Okay.
And she just says, "For the love of gold, kill everything that is not my group."
Okay, what does this thing do?
Oh my god, well, one, I'll just send you the character.
You should remember it was in your other campaign.
You fool.
You fool.
There you go.
Rock Roar summoned it.
Was it? Oh. I remember.
Demon Daddy has arrived.
Gold digging demon daddy.
Yes.
Yes, visit the site. I want you to open up another webpage.
Thank you,
Okay. Okay. So this thing's huge.
It's a size large, I do believe.
Yeah,
Yep.
large fiend.
Yeah, so it's easily over 10 feet tall.
Okay. What does it look like when you summon this thing?
What I just said just recently, the black rock with golden runes, as the black rock crumbles, it's inside of it. And it looks like in the image. That's the. I'll just save the image and post it.
It's a summoning, right?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
see.
Basically, all that.
Eater of Hope.
Okay. Yeah, Eater of Hope. Post this. Yeah. Oh, that's a cool fucking gif. I like that. And it basically, I think it shares initiative with me. It just goes after me.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm gonna have the Eater of Hope. Which group looks the least untouched?
I mean, there's two of them that don't look like they've been touched at all.
The Eater of Hope is gonna run towards one of the groups, and it's gonna fire the Breath of Hopelessness. It's a exhale of miasma of the underworld winds in a 30-foot cone. Each creature in that area must make a DC 14 Charisma saving throw. On a failed saving throw, the target takes 4d12 necrotic damage and is cursed for 1 minute.
Okay.
One. Okay.
How big was that cone?
30 feet. It's a 30-foot cone. It's huge.
Oh my god.
And
Okay.
basically, when it lets out the underworld winds, you guys see like this shapes of souls and skulls and skeletons within like this marasma that's shooting out rapidly.
Okay. What saving throw did it need to do? Charisma?
A DC 14 charisma.
DC 14?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god. Let's have a -1 on their charisma. Okay. So hang on. We're gonna roll.
Hanging on. I don't know what I'm hanging on to, but I'm hanging on.
That's a horrible way for me to do that. Okay, so here's one. That's a 0 for one.
Perfect.
That's a 3 for another. That one's a 17.
Okay, so it takes half damage basically.
Half damage. Okay. Hang on. So I'm gonna make a note of that real quick. Come on.
And they'll take 23 damage.
23 damage.
And the ones that pass are not cursed. But the ones that are cursed take 1d12 whenever the Eater of Hope hits it with an attack.
Okay, what patent does an 18 pass?
Yeah, it has to be a DC 14 charisma saving throw.
Okay. You said they take half, right?
Mm-hmm. So they take 11 damage.
Great. How many have I rolled so far? Is anybody counting? No one fails. I think that's 5 right there. And then I'm gonna do the other set of 5 real quick.
Each.
You're doing a 30-foot cone. Those ones fail. One fails. Got one more roll. That one fails. Okay, so only 3 of the 10 are gonna take the half damage. And how much? And you said that was 25 damage, right?
20. Sorry, 1 second. 23.
23. Okay.
And then how many of them are cursed?
Well, only 3 of them passed.
Out of how many?
10.
Yes. And then he's gonna go in for a multi-attack, and he's gonna attack the most healthy-looking one.
At this point, most healthy-looking one is subjective.
Whatever one that took half damage is not cursed.
Okay. Goodness. You said you're attacking one that... Only took half damage, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, go ahead and make an attack.
$18.
That hits.
9 plus
Man,
16 damage.
16 extra damage?
Yeah, 16 extra damage.
Oh, to that one. Okay. Yeah.
Mhm.
I knew that. I know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Sometimes I create more work for myself without realizing it until it happens.
Been there.
So all of these mimics, holy crap, like they're all down to about like half health. They're looking pretty rough. They're hanging in there. They're still in the fight, but they have all of their attention has now been like drawn. Like they're aware that they've been attacked, so they are going to. Their goal is to attack back now.
Okay. I still have one more attack. Sorry.
Okay, go ahead.
How injured does that one look now?
He looks just about the same like as the others, but he seems to be moving at a slower pace.
Okay. He's going to then go to the next one that the one next to it is the one next to it that also took only half damage.
Oh. It's a kitty cat.
Oh, kitty cat. Let me see.
It's a putty tat. I did see a putty tat.
She decided she wants to join.
That's fair.
It's Haisa.
Clarissa, you're muted.
I'm muted. You're muted.
He's stupid.
We're all muted.
You're making another attack, right?
Yeah, I get one more attack.
Yeah, go right ahead.
What's the closest one next to it that looks also that only took half damage?
Yeah, it's within like the same pile of group. You can tell it's doing like a little bit better as of right now than the others.
Okay.
It seems to have more of its attention on your demon that you just summoned.
Perfect. Does 14 hit?
Well, now I don't remember. We were doing so much. Yes, 14 does hit.
11 plus 16 damage.
Golly, Miss Molly. That one appears to be cranky because he's hurt. Badly.
And then,
He seems to be limping around slower.
perfect. I'm going to use my bonus action to do Arcane Recovery to restore my spell slot. And then I'll end my turn.
Okay. As the mimics are, some seem to be doing in better health than others. They all seem to be moving around at a frantic pace, still shuffling themselves up. It kind of appears now their goal is to keep that key away from you. We are back at the top of the round with Ark. It is now your turn to do something about these mimics.
Am I able to see the one that has the key?
No, you're not. At this point, you're still really not aware of which one that was in.
Okay, gotcha. So Eric, being in the air, seeing this entire battle play out before his eyes, everyone's moves and strikes and attacks, seeing Bardrin just completely murder hobo some mimics into to timidness, and Hayes's demon boy, he's just like, damn. And so he goes ahead and draws his bow again and takes 2 shots at 2 different mimics.
Okay, go ahead.
Let's see.
At the set that you were already attacking, there is the one that is just like holding on barely by splinters. The other 2 appear to have suffered some damage, and there's one that seems to be in full health.
I'm going to shoot one at the full health one and one at the one barely hanging on.
Okay.
So the first one, which is the full health one, it's a 16 to hit.
That hits.
Excellent. And he takes 7 damage.
And he gets stuck directly with an arrow too, and that one now has an arrow sticking out of him as he's hopping around. And go ahead for the hit on the other one.
And that's a 17.
That hits.
And hits with 8 damage.
You said 8 damage?
Yep.
Okay. That one, he's still hanging on. He's slowed down a lot. He's slowed down a lot more. It seems to be like bleeding this weird purplish goo. But he's
And
overall, he seems to be like he's still hanging in there, but he's not doing super good.
Cursed mimics. And then I'd like to also do a spell. I'm gonna do. I don't know if I'm in range though. Are any of them in range of 15 feet?
Depends on where you're still standing.
I'm still kind of like hovering close to the roof of the room.
Yeah, I'll say easily at least within 15 feet.
Okay, and I'm gonna go ahead and cast Lightning Lure on the mimic who still has a good amount of health.
Okay. What does Lightning Lure do?
Let's see. You create a lash of lightning energy that strikes at one creature of your choice. You can see within 15 feet of you. Target must succeed a strength saving throw, or be pulled up 10 feet straight in a line toward you, and then they take 1d8 lightning damage if it's within 5 feet of you.
What was the DC on that strength?
14.
Yeah, like he rolled a 16, so he passes the strength check.
Okay.
Does he still take damage because it's within range of you, or?
If he passed the strength check, I think he basically kind of shrugs it off and it doesn't do any damage.
Okay. All right, and if that is where you are setting your face down card at, I believe Ahti is next. Yes, Ahti is next.
Yes, I'm going to target the healthiest looking mimic near Bardrin.
You say interrogate?
No?
No.
No, you're targeting the healthiest one next to Bardrin, correct? Or closest to Bardrin?
There should still be, 2 or 3 next to Bardrin, if I'm not mistaken.
There's still like a total, like there's 3, like 2, so there's 4 in total. 1 barely hanging on to life itself. 2 have taken damage, but they're still in the fight. And 1 that just like barely took damage.
Yeah, so I'm going to target that one with my short bow. 14
Go ahead.
To hit.
That hits.
Okay, and that will be a sneak attack since Bardrin is within 5 feet. So 12 plus 18, so 30 damage to that one.
And after you said 30 damage?
Yeah.
That one's focus is shifted on you, and it seems to be a little angry. It's not looking the healthiest anymore. It's looking closer to the one that's really hurt than the others that are doing somewhat okay.
Cool. That is it for Ahti, maintaining his distance over by the stairs.
Okay. The mimic's turn. That specifically that set of mimic that Ati just attacked. Let's see. Ati, did you move closer, or are you still like towards the entrance?
Still maintaining distance. I have 80 feet of range on the bow, so there's no real reason for me to move unless they moved out of range.
Okay. Zuki, one is coming in for an attack on you. That is a dirty 20. As it comes in for a chomp with its bite, you take 6 damage.
Okay, so uncanny dodge on that one. So 3.
You get 3. Bargain 1 is also attempting to attack you. That is also a dirty 20.
That misses.
It does miss because you're like fucking, what, 23?
You're
And that is it for that mimic set. And let's move on to Zuki.
Okay, so that set that just attacked. Is there any other? Is it anybody in? Well, if it came closer and stuff, because I'd be over by the stairs. Because I disengaged from the last battle, so I'm assuming it moved up towards the stairs now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, so that would be in range also of Ahti. I'm assuming.
Correct. It did move within range now.
Okay. So what we're gonna do is rapier on that one with sneak attack. So rapier 11 to hit.
11 does not hit.
I was gonna say Barter took all the good rolls.
It watched you as it swung down and just like with a blank expression popped out of the way.
Dang it. Okay, I'm gonna do as my bonus action with my cat's claws. Try to strike again. A 16
16 does hit.
for 8 damage.
As you claw and scratch the surface at it, it shrieks in pain. It kind of shakes you off of it.
That ends my turn.
Okay. After that, we have Laverna.
So, ones that are near me, what is their health looking like?
All of them after that attack from the fucking Eater of Dicks, they're all at least below half damage.
I want to try tearing one in half.
oh shit.
Okay, in order for you to do that, I want you to make a there's a roll for grapple, isn't there?
I believe so.
so.
Isn't it strength check?
Yeah,
I
typically
think it's a
check.
strength check.
Is that what you want me to roll?
Yeah, I think you're. Let's see if it actually says here. Grapple a creature with. Okay, when you want to grab a creature or wrestle with it, you can use the attack action to make a special melee attack, a grapple. If you're able to make multiple attacks with the attack action. This attack replaces one of them. The target of your grapple must be blah 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 blah. I don't care. I want to know.
It's a
By making
strength
a
athletics check contested by their athletics check or
yes,
acrobatics.
or yeah, or dexterity acrobatics. Okay. So go ahead and make a strength check, and it'll combat with strength.
Fuck. Got a 9.
You got a 9. Okay, it's all on this. You've got to be shitting me. It rolled a nat 1 and it only has a +5 to strength. Tell us how you do this. I'm allowed it to happen. Fuck it, I'm allowed it to happen. There's enough of them still here.
So, Laverna just sees one, doesn't even care which one, just one of them, and runs over, slamming her foot into like the front side wall to kind of pin it down, before sticking her hands in between the gap and just pushing it all the way open, and then kicking the bottom out from underneath it. So like ripping the lid as the bottom side out from under it.
Goddamn.
Laverna done.
I hate mimics.
As you can hear, even as you're doing this, you can hear the crackling and splintering of wood, but you can also hear like the ripping and tearing and squirting of blood and flesh. And because you're like literally holding its head backwards, it can only make like gargled noises as sounds as you rip this thing in half. One mimic down, or a couple of mimics down. Jesus. 2. As of right now, 2 mimics are down. And is that the end of your turn, Laverna?
Yes.
Okay. Bardrin, you are up.
So is there any mimics fleeing currently?
Currently, they are not. They seem to be holding their ground.
Okay, well they're about to be. Anyways, I'd like to attack. So they all seem pretty injured, right?
They all seem pretty injured. There are a couple in the ones that you guys first initially started attacking that, like, they don't seem like they're in the best health, but they seem to be doing okay.
Okay, well it's time to cull the weak, so he's gonna just start hitting the ones that are the weakest.
All right, you have one that is just in your group that you're attacking. You have one that is just hanging on by splinters, and then you have one that looks like it's getting pretty close to that.
Is the one that I frightened still there? Is that one of the weak ones?
No, that one's dead.
Okay, cool. Well, I'm just gonna attack the 2 weak ones. 18 to hit.
18 hit.
Yes. That's 15 damage.
And you said on the weakest one?
Yeah.
How does that one die?
He literally just he goes to start to attack it with his sword, but then he just kind of stomps his foot through the top of it.
Oh shit! And the same thing, like you hear that now like becoming familiar sound of wood just like splintering and the squishing and oozing of like organs and flesh. And this one
yeah.
couldn't make a sound either. The most of the sound that it got as you crunched through it was just like.
All right, and as soon as he's done with that, he's gonna look at the next weakest one and attack it too.
The next weakest one shivering in its freaking box.
15 to hit.
15 hits.
That's 6 damage. I'm gonna use another superiority die and add that to the damage.
Okay.
And it's gonna have to make a wisdom saving throw. It takes 7 plus 6, 13 plus 5. That's what, 19 damage? No, 18 damage for that one.
18 damage altogether.
Yeah.
And it failed that check too.
It has disadvantage against anybody except for me.
Okay, this one now appears to be holding on by splinters.
Gotcha. And since I killed one, I'm going to use a bonus action attack.
Okay.
That's a nat 20. And it's not going to be on the weakest
Yeah.
one. It's going to be whatever the other ones were.
So you're attacking the one that's hanging on by splinters now?
No, one of the other ones.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the other.
Yeah, he's kind of just spreading out the love.
Okay.
Apparently, and with crits.
Yeah, and that one hit. Like, what's the damage on that one?
That's 17 damage.
This one appears to be in rougher shape. You can you can see like the cracks in the wood, and you can see where it's kind of dripping its blood from its mouth. It's got squinty eyes. It's making at you.
Gotcha. And that's going to be the end of my turn.
One of the other sets is going to make an attack. Hi, so this one is coming at you.
Oh.
That was a nat 20 plus 5, 25.
Nah, it doesn't hit, brah. It doesn't hit.
I don't know.
I feel like it does.
It does.
That's going to do 8 piercing damage as it hobbles over real quick and takes a bite out of you.
Just on a nat 20, it just did an 8.
Hmm?
On a nat 20, it only did 8 damage.
I'm sorry. Let me add to that.
Yeah, come on now. More damage, please.
Oh, I just wanted to
Hurt me
be
harder,
sure.
Daddy.
Oh my god.
A
And then, does it break your concentration on your summon?
Oh, no. It will be free at that point. So,
Yeah.
right.
Well, yeah. You getting hit, it would hurt your You'd have to make a concentration.
To keep control of it, yes.
Yeah. Yeah. And if you fail that, we got a another thing. The kill.
it does 18 damage altogether.
Okay. Can I describe this real quick?
Yeah.
When it takes a bite, it just 100% just gulps Hesa in one bite because I'm on my death saves now.
Sorry, hang on. I'm yelling at my dogs real quick.
Wait, you're down?
Shit, so the demon's now fucking free, rampaging.
Yeah. Yes, it is
Cool.
indeed.
And wait, and Hesa is down, correct?
Hesa is inside of one of them. Which one? Who knows?
Oh, Hesa got eaten up. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay.
By one of the men.
And and the demon's now free.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
That is fine.
Now the question is, which one did Hesa get eaten by? Do they all look the same?
There's been so many murdered, I feel like we would start to notice.
Yeah, like my bird's in the sky. Can I do a perception
Yeah.
check? Or...
Yeah,
Go ahead.
I was about to say, like, the one nearest to Hesa.
Where? I got a 14.
I'll say that you if you witnessed Hesa just kind of being slurped up by that mimic, you can tell which one it is by the sheer indentations it has on it from suffering an attack from the Eater of Hope.
Okay. And then it's am I at the next roll? Is it me? Yeah.
Hesa, is your like, what is your Eater of Hope gonna do since you're slurped in and it's just like rampaging around? When does it take its turn? Does it just like replace you, or
It replaces me.
okay?
Do you
It's
want
now
me to,
yours, DM.
do you want me to play it for you, or
Yeah, if you would, while you're, because
Yeah.
I'm gonna have you also do some things like while you're inside of that mimic, but it'll be
Demon Hasa.
it'll be very very minimal. I'll just say that it'll still take its initiative on your turn.
yeah?
At this point, actually, I want to see what happens. Yeah, Hasa, it is now your initiative. What if you wish to attempt to break out of said box? You can make a.
I'm on my death saves though. I'm not conscious.
Yeah,
Oh,
she's
are
not
you?
stable
You're
yet.
unconscious inside the box. Okay, then I'll just let you take your initiative for the Eater of Hope.
Oh
Okay.
god, is she getting eaten?
Let me just roll real quick.
If she's unconscious and inside of that mimic, she is slowly being digested.
Oh my god! I got my first nat 20.
God, she's up.
Oh yes.
She's up.
Turn it around.
Awesome. Well, I can't do anything right now. I have to wait till my next action. But she's freaking the fuck out inside the belly of a mimic.
Well, damn.
Can Verita
Just like
say
Hasa's
something
having
while
the
all this
worst
goes
day
down?
ever.
Huh?
Can Verita
Well-
say something as this went down?
That's up to you if you'd want to. I don't know.
Okay,
Oh.
I was at okay. I didn't know. So Verita like sees this goes down and like from past experiences and kind of what she had done before about grappling, she just yells at everybody for somebody to grapple it.
Grapple what?
The mimic that she's in.
Oh, I got it.
I just see him just like turn and his eyes glow red as everything goes black.
You ate my cat!
I'm stupid.
Let go of that pussy!
It's not kidding.
That's my pussy! That pussy is only mine!
Okay, I think. Yeah, did you want to make a move for the Dream Eater, or the
Yes.
Eater of whatever?
The Eater 6, we got it.
The Eater of Hope just kind of stops and it looks at its hands as it moves its fingers a few times. And it turns and just looks at the group and smiles. Prepare yourself, for hope is gone. And he's gonna fire a breath of hopelessness at the group, I guess.
Is it attacking the entire group?
It
Whoever
would
is
hit
the-
everything in a
would
30-foot
hit-
cone.
Yeah, it honestly will just hit everybody.
Okay.
Wait,
Depending on how close.
yeah, I was
It's kind
gonna
of hard to
say,
visualize, but if you're pretty close to it, you would be out of the cone if you're on the side of it.
That is
I'll
true.
say the one, those of you who are still like backed up against like the entrance of where you came in would probably be outside of that 30-foot cone, but just barely. You're gonna like feel the heat from it. But if those of you who have moved forward to engage the mimics, you're definitely gonna be within.
Oh, yeah.
So I would imagine like Bardrin's within inside the cone, Laverne is probably within inside the cone. And we know that Hasa is inside of a mimic inside the cone, but I'm gonna say that she's kind of protected a little bit. It depends on how badly this thing hits.
Oh gods.
well,
Okay.
it should be hitting all the mimics as well, right?
Yeah.
Yes, yeah, it's definitely hitting all the mimics.
Would
Yeah.
it go high enough to where Eric is?
If it's a 30-foot cone, wouldn't it go?
Because it goes outward, right? Like,
Yeah, it's in a cone shape, so it expands like a cone.
and it's 30 feet.
Yes.
Oh yeah, he's in it then.
Oh shit. Okay.
Okay, so everybody within the cone, make your saves.
DC
and-
14 charisma saving throw. Please save this, guys.
Is it
5.
charisma?
Oh, wait, that's a fucking check. I rolled a 14 exactly.
Oh
That's
my
a check.
god.
Let me roll the
Charisma.
save.
Charisma.
I'm going to use Indomitable to reroll that.
Oof.
I got a 14. Woo!
And I'll roll the damage.
No, I want to actually see it. What the?
Okay, so for anyone that fails, it's 31 damage.
31.
Yes.
Ooh.
Ooh, that's gonna hurt our squishies. You might be downing some people with that fucking thing.
God damn.
I'm like checking my features and traits real quick. Like, do I have anything?
Slight panical.
The monk's
rolling.
almost dead. I know that. I'm looking at everybody's health, and damn. Ahti, are you okay? I think Ahti just died.
Ahti's out of range.
No,
I didn't need to do a save.
Oh yeah, okay.
He's not in the. He's not in the.
I'm aware of what
Looked at
my
your character
limitations are,
sheet.
and have been maintaining distance.
I looked at your character sheet and I saw 33 health. I was like, "Are you okay?"
Does Hellish Rebuke count against something like that, or is it? That's still considered an attack, wouldn't it?
Hellish Rebuke
it's
should be a reaction, right?
I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, what is it?
Hellish Rebuke. It's a
Read
reaction.
it
You take
out.
damage, isn't it?
Let me find it.
Yeah. I played a tiefling before. I feel like I remember it. It's something about damage reduction or re-rolling a save. So one or the other.
I think it does.
Yeah.
It's kind of like this spike shield, where like if you take damage, it does damage to the attacker. But I don't know if there's specific requirement for what type of damage it is to activate it.
Let's see. One reaction, which you're taking in response to being damaged with the creature within 60 feet of you that you can see. You point your finger at the creature that damaged.
Oh yeah, it is
that damaged
thorns.
you is momentarily surrounded by hellish flames. The creature must make a dexterity saving throw. It takes 2d fire damage on failed saves and half as much on a successful one.
Yeah, so it's thorns basically.
Yeah, and it is a reaction, and technically this is an attack, I would think.
But it would have to be. What it sounds like is the fire comes around them, so it's like thorns. It's with I'm guessing it's with melee attacks.
No, it's if they take damage, whoever attacked them is surrounded by flames and
Oh,
has to
cool.
dodge out of the. Basically, like a column of fire shoots out from wherever that attacker is, and they will take damage if they don't get
Yeah.
out of it.
That's
It's
cool.
it needs to make a dexterity saving throw. DC is 17.
It rolled a 6.
So then Vega roll 2d10 for fire damage.
Ooh, hell yeah. Damn. Damn.
Wow.
It's really not in your favor.
You really told him to fuck off.
What happened? Let me see.
It was 3 damage.
Oh,
Or 1 and a
God.
2.
He has 104 health.
Oh,
Oh.
Oh.
I had so much hope for that.
No, I did too. I was like, come on, 20 damage.
Fuck.
Holy shit.
Oh, Lordy.
So, who took 31 damage?
Well, after
Eric did.
Huh?
Sounds like Eric took 31 damage. Who
Yeah,
else
Sorry.
needed to make a dex save while they were in there and failed or passed? So I'm pretty sure at this point, I think the only ones that were really
I
in
think
there
Eric. It was just Eric, Laverna, and me, and Eric's the only one that failed.
Okay.
Okay, cool. So Eric, you have like this dark gold aura kind of coming off of you and like wisp as you've been cursed by the hopelessness group.
Oh no.
Please do not get hit by him again.
Did you roll to see how many turns he's active for since you broke concentration?
Yeah, they're only up for so long.
I thought with demons,
it's a
like when they're
should
free.
be a 1d6 for how many rounds he's active for.
Oh, really? Let me see. I hope so.
Yeah, read the spell, but I know it's as long as the spell's active, he'll be attacking us. But I think eventually he'll go back.
It looks like it's an hour, but 1 second.
There's a if you stop concentrating on the spell before it reaches its full duration, an uncontrolled demon doesn't disappear for 1d6 rounds if it still has hit points.
Oh my God! Think
2 rounds.
Okay, he's got one more round after this.
One more round and then he poofs.
What was the name of the curse again? Just one more time.
It's the helpless curse.
Helpless. Okay.
Helpless. Yeah, thank you.
And I just want to like interject real quick. So like as the Eater of Hope let out its attack amongst the horde of mimics and everybody else that was inside of it, as that attack subsided and you're now able to see the remaining mimics, you can see in several places are just like charred bits of ash, and there appear to be only 5 mimics left.
Oh wait, were any of those mimics also cursed previously?
I don't.
A good few of them did fail. I don't know how many though. Or who.
7, right?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Those 7 take an extra 7 necrotic damage. I'm sorry.
Okay, give me damage for that.
31 plus 7, so 38 in total.
Okay. There still seems to be at least 5 still standing. None of them looking like they're in super great health. They all seem to be hurting pretty badly. Amongst, I'm going to say Ark, you can spot this because you're still up in the air. Amongst one of the pile of ashes appears to be a key. However, there still seems to be no sign of Hysa. We're at the top of the round with you, Arik. What are you doing?
Eric's burned pretty bad, but he's still in flight. He had seen what had happened to the mimic that had eaten Hasa, and so he flies down to that location, to where that mimic is, to try to rip it open, grapple it open.
Okay. Make a strength acrobatics check.
You said acrobatics, right?
I think that's what it was, wasn't it? It was strength, like acrobatics for grapple.
Athletics.
Athletics.
Yeah, he's using his strength to rip it open.
Yep. So do athletics and mine.
17.
Hell yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, and you do athletics or acrobatics as the contest.
Acrobatics.
Oh, it rolled a 12,
Hell yeah.
and it's in super bad shape. And because it's in super bad shape, and you're grappling it, trying to pry it open, it almost feels as if like it doesn't really contest this a whole lot. It doesn't feel like it has the strength to.
Like his talons would just shred through it.
And as you see, as everybody witnesses, just like chunks of wood flying around as you're ripping through it, and you see a very, I don't know, like fully like Hysa's mental state, but I'm assuming a scared Hysa just kind of like falls onto the ground as you're ripping this thing apart.
Yeah, she's limp. She's just like eyes barely open and breathing
Oh, yeah.
hard.
Eric gently places her on the ground, pulling her the rest of the way out of the mimic. And yeah, I don't even have any healing spells. Could I give her a potion?
Yeah, if you have one.
I do have one, so I give her a potion.
She doesn't resist you pouring it down her mouth. That's what she said.
Okay, go ahead and make your healing throws for that, and then apply it. As Eric rips this one open, and a scared Hysa falls onto the ground, and you now witness Eric attempting to give care to Hysa by helping her drink a potion down to restore some health. You see that a lot of these mimics are now, well, all the rest of the mimics are now starting to turn and retreat. Would anybody like to make an attack of opportunity?
I
Zuki will
would.
make one with his longbow.
Yeah.
Against who is it now?
Okay, so I heard, let's see, I heard Zuki, Laverna, and Barjan. So we'll just kind of go down the line in initiative and does anybody else besides them want to make an attack of opportunity as they're trying to flee?
Just so everybody's tracking, it's melee attack only for opportunity attacks.
Yeah, unless you have Warcaster feat.
Oh,
Right.
then I wouldn't be able to.
And who is it fleeing? The mimics?
Yeah, the mimics are fleeing.
Probably if they're
Okay,
fleeing
gotcha.
from the fucking demon.
I wouldn't blame them too much, but at the same time, cowards.
Okay, Laverna, let's have you go ahead and make your attack of opportunity on one of them. That hits.
Damn.
Yes.
You already know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna shred the one that I grit and just no more. Don't
Give
like
me give me damage.
damage.
Jomage.
Die, you damn dirty mimic!
Damage.
Ah!
Fuck. 4.
There was one just barely hanging on by a thread with like 2 hit points left, so why don't you go ahead and kill that one?
Yeah.
It just gives up.
I'm just gonna instead of tearing it in half, I just walk up as it's just like crawling for itself, and I just slam my boot through the top of it.
Hell yeah.
That's badass.
You just curb stomp it. It's all squish.
You die today.
And as your boot like goes through it, it explodes like out the bottom. So it's like all of this just like blood and guts just shoots out from the bottom. Barjan, why don't you go ahead and make your attack of opportunity?
$19 to hit.
Oh, that hits. Let's see, 12 damage.
It's like glitching out. What the fuck? There we go. That's 17 damage. Yeah, 17 damage total.
Okay, you do, and as you made your attack, like you did notice that there was another one that just seemed to be kind of limping very slowly. This one appeared to be hurt. How does this one die?
He's just gonna split it in half, just bringing his great sword from one corner to the other, making a nice smile.
And like as you make that slit, it like cuts the tongue off and just slings it against the wall.
Hell yeah.
The other 3 appear to just limp away in the darkness. And now you're left with the key just laying down into the ashes. Heisa has returned. There appears to be no more danger here. All that's left is just a door. What is everybody doing?
Kesa is not even moving. She is just limp. She's like barely conscious, I'm gonna say.
Barjan's gonna go over to Hesa and he's gonna rally. So he's gonna come up to her, and he's gonna use use a superiority die. So he's gonna gain a D10 plus 2 temp HP just to kind of help buffer her health some.
You can use her inner will. Best
Yeah, so it's-
defendo.
Yeah, he's gonna do some talk no jutsu, and he's basically like, "Look, I'm proud of you, kid. you did a fucking phenomenal job. I don't even know I'm saying this like meta-wise. I have no idea your age, but that's what he says. Look, kid, you did a hell of a fucking job. You know, everybody's first time isn't always the easiest, and even if it's not everybody can do well. But you keep on moving, and because of that, I'm proud of you.
She kind of like her eyes kind of drift over to you, and she just gives you a small, super soft Toby pat on your cheek, and she just kind of looks forward.
Did the demon leave
That's
early?
all I can really do, I think.
How much HP did you give her?
Just 4. It was a bad roll.
It's all right. I was just saying that she was able to at least touch your cheek in acknowledgement.
Yeah.
Ahti, what did you have to say?
Did the demon leave a turn early?
No, it's still there.
So it's just kind of floating around. If you guys want to
No,
attack,
it should be rampaging, attacking us.
Yeah,
Because
so actually,
we don't have control over it.
yeah.
Yeah. We're still in combat, aren't we?
It has one more turn.
Oh, it has one more turn.
Yep.
Okay. I want to say that Arik was the last one that left off with the mimics. So in roll of initiative, it would be Ahti's turn.
Ahti would call out, grab the key, move towards the door as he kind of like starts angling his way around the room as he makes an attack on the demon, trying to draw its attention off so everybody that's up close can move away when it comes around to them. That's a 23 to hit.
Looks like that hits. It says armor class 17.
Yep, that hits.
Is anybody within 5 feet of it?
I have no idea.
I think kind of like actually, it's kind of hard to say. I don't think anybody at this point really would be.
Okay. Then it's just 8 damage.
Let me get the sheet. Okay.
It's not necessarily trying to kill it, it's just trying to pull its attention off of all the people that are up close on it, essentially. And that would be the end of Ahti's turn. Still maintaining bow range, but kind of making his way towards the door as well. Yeah.
Okay, Zuki, you would be next, and then Laverna, you're on deck.
And so I'm back there and stuff on this, still on the stairwell and stuff with Ahti. So I'm assuming the demon would be between, obviously, me and the door. So I think I'm probably just going to be helping out Ahti, kind of drawing its attention. So we're going to do something new. We're going to do sharpshooter.
Ooh.
With longbow. If I remember, sharpshooters at least a negative. Yeah, negative 5 to hit. Let me see. Yeah, negative 5 to hit, and then add plus 10. Okay, so let's try. So we got a dirty 20, so 15. 15 to hit.
That hits. No, 17. 17.
Yeah, no, it's 17.
Hit. Oh, dang. So that misses.
It just looks at you and goes, pathetic.
Yep.
Yeah, fuck you.
I'm starting to feel the curse of the Hauntar Sharpshooter from my other campaign. I'm like,
Anything else you can do, Zuki? You can, you still have movement speed. You can.
Yeah. I'm going to try to move as much as I can out of, like, around the corner or around the wall and stuff away from it to avoid, like, a attack of opportunity.
Okay, how much movement speed do you have? Like 40?
Yeah, I got 40.
I'll say kind of like by where you are specifically, you can probably make your way along the side wall, at least like pretty close up to the front of the opposite side of the room where the door is at. And in between, like kind of where you're at, you can see the key in view.
Okay, but I'm assuming I can't reach the key.
Not yet, but you would be able to on your next turn.
Okay. And that's what I'll do.
Okay, Laverna, you are up. Bardrin, you are next. Laverna.
Sorry, I was muted. So where my character is, am I closer to the door or am I kind of further back?
You're kind of like you're not super close. You're kind of further back from like Zuki is closer than what you are.
Okay. So then how close am I to the monster compared to the door?
Probably within about 15, 20 feet.
I will shoot it with my short bow and then just take off running. Does 27 hit?
Oh yeah, 27 hits.
For sure.
10 damage.
That helps. But I'll say that the arrow goes in, but he doesn't flinch much. He's still looking pretty primed.
And then you're after that attack, you said you're going to take off.
Yeah, I
You're
start
gonna
running
move
for
it.
the door.
Okay, how much movement speed do you have?
I think 30.
30. You are able to make like you're almost if you're heading straight for the door, you are going to pass the key, but you can get pretty like you can get pretty much right up on top of the door.
I will, like, can I run and, like, lean down and snatch the key to get the door open for everybody so we could all just book it if we needed to?
If you're gonna do it while running, make an acrobatics check
Okay.
or athletics.
Or athletics? They're at the same. 14?
As you run by it, like you're able to kind of like swoop down and do almost like a baseball slide, like you're sliding into like home base. As you slide right past it, you grab the key and bring yourself back up to your feet and just keep hauling ass.
Okay. I'll take it.
Barjan, you are up. Hysa, you're on deck.
Uh-huh.
So all that's left is the demon, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay. Barjan's just gonna take Hyasa and make towards the stairs.
You're gonna
Hold it.
pick up Haas again. Or you gotta-
Hyasa, yeah.
And
Well, she's
Haas-
not on the dog, so just Hyasa.
Yeah.
the stairs at
Yeah,
the
Haas-
door.
Haas will follow on
Yeah.
his own.
And I'm assuming she's a pretty small cat. I don't feel like I need to make much of a roll because I can lift like 600 pounds.
Yeah.
She's 3 feet tall. She weighs like 40 pounds.
Yeah.
I'll say that's pretty easy. How much movement speed do you have?
30 feet. So he's gonna, I guess, run past the demon to the stairs.
Okay, I think it's what 5 feet for an attack of opportunity. So if you're within 5 feet of it, it does have that option, Hysa.
Okay. Well, it will take it, like it naturally would.
Sure.
It's gonna go for It'll go for a multi attack. 14 doesn't hit,
Nope.
and 20 doesn't hit.
Okay, and I'm gonna use my reaction to smack it.
Cool.
So when it misses me, and the way I picked up her, I'm kind of like having her in my backpack, because I don't know, I thought it'd be cute, her head and like her upper torso just hanging out the backpack.
Yes,
Yes.
cute.
That way she can still cast spells, kind of like Rocket on the back of like Hulk, just
You're driving a Bardrin mech.
yeah, basically. And so this demon, he dodges the first one, taking a step back, looks straight at the demon, and the demon tries to attack him again. Bartram will grab his hand, take his greatsword, and just pull him in as he shoves the greatsword straight into his gut.
Hell yeah.
Holy shit.
How much damage?
Does 26 hit?
Jesus,
Oh yeah, it does.
low-key.
Let's see what parry does. Or no, riposte. When a creature misses you within a melee attack, you can use your action to expend one superiority die to make a melee attack against it. Add the superiority die to the attack roll's damage on hit. So that's my last superiority die. Let's see how much damage I can deal.
Oh, gods. 3,325. What? It explodes. You touch it, and honestly, it just explodes. with the sheer force.
That's 21 damage.
Oh, good. It's looking.
And he's gonna move the rest of his movement towards the stairs, out of its range.
Yeah, it's hurting. That's for sure. But it still looks like it's
So
strong.
he basically just bitch slapped it and said good, and then just ran, kept running. He said, he like Medea style set that demon fucking straight and said, "Don't fuck with me, bitch," and then ran.
Okay, so Bargin, as that's like all going on, and since Ice is with you, like I'm gonna say like as after you like you slapped it and but before you're like able to take off, that's when I'm gonna like let Heisa take her turn, so that way she kind of has like an opportunity to do something if she wants, or you guys
Oh
can just
yeah.
keep running.
Isa will attempt to do a mind sliver on it, using just what little energy she has and
Okay.
mana. My sliver. He just needs to make that DC check. Let me see here.
You want me to roll that for you?
You can do it or I can do it. Either way.
Say what's the DC and for what?
15 intelligence.
15 intelligence. Let's see, what's its intelligence? Oh, it rolled a 12.
Oh, awesome. It takes 8 damage, so she just basically slightly just lifts up her little tiny paw with her claw shaking as the 3 gems glow purple, and a small little outline of a spike slams into its head.
Is this thing still standing? Does it still have health?
Oh yeah, no, it's still strong.
Okay. And once your turn is over, it gets to take its turn.
It my turn is over, and would it know that it's seeing, because it's not that stupid, but would it know that they're trying to split apart or what they're trying to do, or should I do a roll for that?
I would say that like it may not necessarily know like exactly what everybody's trying to do, but it can see like all of you guys moving in one direction, so it assumes that you're trying to flee.
Okay. It's gonna use this movement to fly up as far up as it can before it turns, and it's gonna fire the Breath of Hopelessness again at a downward cone of 30 feet wide.
Oh no. So everybody's gonna need to. What save was that?
It's gonna be a DC 14 Charisma.
Charisma.
Come on, Hesa. Come on. Don't be a bitch.
Oh,
Oh my god,
shit.
I got a nat 20. I got
Fuck
a nat 20.
yeah.
Holy
17. Shit. We're just trucking along towards the stairs. Ain't no fucking chicken wing.
I got a 13.
Yeah, it looks like Ahti got 11 and Zuki got 13.
And it rolled. So anyone who didn't pass, it rolled 31 damage. And anyone who was it Eric that was cursed? Did he pass or not? Well, it
I
didn't
got
matter.
cursed last time. Yeah.
Okay, you're gonna take an extra 3 damage if you got hit.
Gotcha.
He passed with
Yeah,
a
he passed.
18.
Okay, then yeah, he'll just get half of it.
Okay.
What's half of 31? It's like 16. Yeah, it's 16. Yeah.
Oof.
Pesa's unconscious. Again.
Bargain's just like gonna deal with it after he gets out of danger.
Poor Hesa, she has had a shitty fucking day.
She really has.
Right.
Bargain's trying to cheer her up, but like literally there ain't shit to do.
Eric's like, I feel you.
I feel you.
Like Bargain's tried everything. He's tried to rally. He's tried to, comfort her. Everything. He's like, damn it, she's unconscious again.
I will say that her fur, like decent portions of her fur, has turned to has come ash. You just see like bare skin at a whole bunch of different patches.
Some of it singed.
Yeah, for sure.
I feel like
Wasn't-
Eric's feathers are like kind of the same right now. He's looking kind of scrawny.
He cooked. He a cooked boy. He a cooked chicken.
His candies have been fried.
Some
he's become-
feathers are singed.
He's becoming a chicken tendy.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't this the Eater of Hope's last turn?
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't know if people everyone said their rolls or not. Sorry.
Yeah, I think it would be the last one.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, Hayes is the last, so it's kaput now.
Yeah, as like after it does that first attack, it just laughs, echoes as his whole body turns into like black rock, and
And
as
we're all kind of like just gimping.
yeah, and then, like as his
We
body,
all
like
flip him off.
as his body like falls, it like smashes to pieces, and like liquid gold is like kind of pouring from like where the body connected and stuff from the stone.
It's all just.
Yeah, just liquid fucking gold.
Zuki points to Hayes and be like, "This kitty cannot die."
Yeah, Bardrin. As soon as the danger kind of seems to be cleared, Bardrin's gonna lay her down on the ground and just try to stabilize her. Any bleeding, he's gonna try to bandage up, kind of thing.
Look
Should I
at you
roll-
being a nurse. Your instincts are kicking in.
Hey man, he's also an adventurer. He's dealt with plenty of people going down.
Should I roll my death saves, or how do you want me to do this? We're not in combat.
If somebody helps you, I think you come back with 1 HP, as long as they help you in some way.
Yeah, it immediately
Yeah.
stabilizes.
Cool.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm stabilizing her, so at least 1 HP.
So how do we do a stabilize? Is it a check or?
As long as someone's
I'm
applying
fine rolling
assistance,
medicine, but I also can RP it out like how I would do it.
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine if you want to like RP it out, like kind of let us know what it looks like and how you brought her back.
So Barge is gonna take out some spare clothes he had, and he's gonna actually rip them into rags. Anywhere there's an open wound, he's gonna tie not super tight, but enough to hold pressure on the wound to keep it from bleeding, but let circulation continue to flow. And he's gonna do that on each open wound. He's also gonna make sure there's no like signs of concussion. He's gonna check her eyeballs. He's gonna make sure her pupils are equal. He's gonna just try to wake her up, give her some water and some rations.
And
Hell
like,
yeah.
That might have been too much nursey there, but
and I'll say like I said like if you come back at like 1 HP, I'll say that like you're kind of like you're not necessarily like awake and aware, but you are like you're kind of groggy. You can tell that somebody is like taking the time to care for you.
Yeah, she's just trying to be at this moment. I say that like her vision's very blurry, and
I will. Oh,
Okay.
continue.
I was gonna say that she just knows that someone's taking care of her, but she's
I
probably gonna
will.
guess it's Bardrin.
I will say, like, you do feel like water on your face because Bardrin's crying a little bit.
Oh, the big guy's showing a soft side.
He's just saying, "I don't want to lose to nobody else."
Aw.
Oh,
Eric like limps over, puts a talon on his shoulder, and just goes, "It's over, bud. It's gonna be okay."
as
I could take a nap.
as you guys watch Bardrin care over Hysa, and all of you can't help but feel like a little like some concern, but a lot of relief that it appears that Hysa is no longer unalive, and it kind of appears that she's going to be doing okay. You're now presented with an empty room, and you notice that Laverna is holding the key.
I've definitely am on the vote for a long rest, at least a short rest if we have to.
Yeah, I'm
Agreed.
down for
Yeah,
that.
after that.
We definitely need to patch up our wounds, and uh, I will say, since Hysa is unconscious, he's gonna try his best to like pop up her house or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just in her pocket. It's a little ball.
Okay, he'll chuck that into like wherever it needs to go. Like he'll basically do what she usually does with it, and he's just gonna walk her inside and put her in her bedroom or something. At least that way she doesn't have to sleep on the ground.
Yeah, it's like this. It's in the second room, the left, because the right room is her fortune telling room, and it's like a little hammock in the corner. Very tiny
Gotcha.
hammock.
Okay. So I'm gonna just kind of like say this like meta wise. If you guys want to like camp in this room and take at least like a short rest, you can. If we do, this is like where we're gonna end off tonight because it's almost 11:30. Or
No.
you guys can go through the door and see what's on the opposite side of that, and then like I'll let it end off there and say that's where we're gonna take our short rest.
I think I'm fine before, just because it's late. I gotta work tomorrow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And,
I
and,
want
and I
Bargain
don't
would definitely play it safe.
and I don't want to rush any role play. You know, like
Yeah,
I'll-
no worries,
Agreed.
no worries at all. We can get to it next weekend. So I'll just say that we'll end it here. You guys, Barjan, you had no issue like popping up her little Heidi home and getting everything like set up, getting her all nice and comfortable, so that way she can rest and regain some health and get back on her feet. Everybody else, like you, kind of do the same, except you also realize that all of the tent gear that you had before was left on the opposite side of the mirror when you came through. If any of you have like bedrolls and stuff, you can definitely like lay that out. Um, I
they can
figure like,
they can sleep in her house.
or you can also take refuge.
Yeah, I was gonna say Bardrin definitely like an anime like person taking care of a wounded. He fell asleep next to Hyas in his bedroll.
All right. This is and you guys just kind of like make a small, quick little like get yourselves comfortable inside of Heisa's room while she's napping away and getting the rest that she needs to get back up on her feet. Everybody else, like you're kind of finding like the rations and stuff around, and you're hoping that Heisa maybe won't mind. I'm sure she won't. It'll benefit you guys. And this is where we're gonna stop for tonight.